Batting practice is over and the ground crew is getting the field ready. It's time for the On Deck Circle, a comprehensive look at the Salt Lake Stingers and the Pacific Coast League. Now, to get you ready for today's game, here's the voice of the Stingers, Steve Krauke.
Well, a very good evening to you, and welcome to Salt Lake Stingers baseball. Another sunny, hot evening here in Sacramento. It's the Stingers and the River Cats wrapping up a 4-game series. Steve Krauke with you as the Stingers try to avoid being swept by the River Cats, and in the process suffer their 8th consecutive loss, which would be a franchise record. They've lost 7 in a row after last night's very tough 3-2 loss to the River Cats. Sacramento scoring the winning run in the 8th inning, then the Stingers having 2 runners thrown out on the base paths in the 9th, as Will Nieves was picked off at first base, and Jake Thrower was thrown out at the plate trying to score from first on a double to the center field wall off the bat of Brian Gordon. So the Stingers, what can go wrong has gone wrong, or the Stingers as of late. They'll try to turn things around this evening here in Sacramento as the Stingers try to snap this losing streak. The pitching matchup for tonight's game. First of all, for the Stingers, it's going to be left-hander Jake Woods with a record of 3 wins and 1 loss. And for the River Cats, it'll be right-hander Mike Ziegler. His record is 1-2. Our guest in the on-deck circle, Sacramento first baseman Dan Johnson. We'll have that conversation for you next on ESPN 1230.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
Certified pre-owned BMWs have a 2-year, 50,000-mile extended protection plan added to the original new car warranty for a total of 6 years and 100,000 miles of protection. To be a certified pre-owned BMW, each car must pass a rigorous inspection by factory-trained BMW technicians. Plus, if you buy a certified pre-owned BMW that still has the maintenance protection plan in effect, you can extend the maintenance plan to 6 years, 100,000 miles. That's right. Full maintenance for up to 6 years and 100,000 miles. During July, buy any 2001 3 Series, 5 Series, 7 Series, or X5 BMW and pay only 2.9% APR for up to 60 months on approved credit through BMW Financial Services. Only at BMW of Murray. Call 262-2479. Go to bmwofmurray.com or visit the BMW of Murray CPO Center at 4689 South State.
Whether you're trading your car in or you want to keep it forever, then get those nasty dents and dings removed by Dent Pro. Dent Pro, the mobile paintless dent repair, will come to you. Dent Pro fixes shopping cart dents, creases, hail damage, and everyday door dings without disturbing the factory paint.
If your bumper's dented, torn, or scuffed, Dent Pro now offers bumper repair and bumper touch-up at half the cost of a body shop. At Dent Pro, we'll make them new again.
Mobile, convenient, 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Call today toll-free, 1-877-DENT PRO.
If you need car insurance, your local Geico Direct Insurance professional is here for you. There are definite advantages to having a local insurance representative. You can't beat the service, and it's nice to know a real-life person is around to answer your questions. That's why Geico Direct has a local office in Layton, staffed with professionals who know the insurance business just as well as they know the neighborhood. Call your Geico professional today. No matter what you need, you can be sure it will be well done. Call 298-9336. That's 298-9336, right here in Layton.
Welcome back to the on-deck circle. I guess the Sacramento first baseman Dan Johnson. And Dan, you guys have put together 3 tight wins here against Salt Lake after you guys had struggled a little bit for a couple of weeks. What's kind of turned things around for you guys?
Oh, just timely hitting. You know, we've been struggling with our timely hitting. We get runners in scoring position, we strand them out there. I think we grounded into about 8 or 9 double plays in that series that we got swept. But you know, we're getting the big hits right now, and pitching's keeping us right there. And I mean, that's how you win ball games.
You know, as Johnny Daskow told me earlier, you guys also had a little players-only team meeting, kind of just got everybody back on the same page and kind of loosened everybody up.
Yeah, you know, it was a good meeting. I mean, you know, it was real laid back, you know, kind of joking meeting. I think, you know, it was just one of those things that we needed to get together as a team and, you know, figure things out. You know, we because we're a lot better team than what we've been playing like. So after the meeting, we just came out, and, everything's been going ever since.
Kind of unusual to have team meetings at the minor league level. At least in 11 years that I've been doing it in Salt Lake, I don't think I've ever had to deal with a players-only team meeting.
Well, it's one of those things. We've been together. Our team's pretty much stayed the same, so it's not like we're getting in new guys all the time. We haven't really lost anybody, so we have pretty good team unity, and we all like to see everyone succeed. So that's basically what we're trying to do, is get everyone rolling again.
All right, more with Dan Johnson right after this here on ESPN 1230.
If you need to lose 15, 20, even 50 pounds or more, then you need the powerful one-day diet, an amazing breakthrough that guarantees rapid weight loss without giving up your favorite foods, counting calories, or taking dangerous diet pills.
I'm Linda. I lost 10 pounds in 7 days. I was skeptical at first, but it's simple, easy, and it really works.
Hi, my name is Kelly. I lost 21 pounds in 37 days and 10 inches off my waist on the one-day diet. I couldn't believe it.
There now exists a bioactive weight loss compound so powerful, so effective, that it boosts your metabolism, burns stored fat, and helps you lose weight fast. The one-day diet is much too powerful for people that need to lose less than 15 pounds.
Hi, my name is Amy. I lost 27 pounds in 45 days. I've never tried anything like this. It's truly amazing.
Call now for your risk-free starter pack at 1-800-626-5182. One-day diet is 100% safe, natural, and guaranteed. Call toll-free 1-800-626-5182. That's 1-800-626-5182.
Pick up in the front lot.
Are you serious about credit? Marine Credit Systems will be your personal chauffeur in the carpool diamond lane of credit. Now that's a green light for credit.
Look, hon, we're passing everyone who bought a car somewhere else. They're upside down and buried.
Welcome to the Mark Marine Minute, your no-nonsense answers to your car buying and credit questions.
Car credit is like food. It's not the food, but the appetite that makes eating a delight. For example, love and credit. Did you know a divorce decree does not supersede the obligations of a loan? And when is it a good time to bring up credit in a newly developing relationship? Not soon enough, if you ask me. So how about this for an idea? Prenuptial credit. Learn what column of finance you were in. Learn what column of finance your mate is in. And learn what column of finance you're in together.
Wow. Call Marine Credit Systems now at 467-9980. Marine Credit Systems, 467-9980. 467-9980.
Welcome back to the On-Deck Circle against the Sacramento first baseman Dan Johnson. Dan was a star at the University of Nebraska, and got to ask you about a couple of things involving that. One of which I would think in college, with the home run numbers you put up there, you were an aggressive hitter. How difficult is it to adjust to the A style of hitting, where they want you to be a lot more patient?
The funny thing is at Nebraska, that's how I've always been. I took a lot of walks in college. I think I had like 96 my senior year, and when you only get 250 at bats, that knocks it down to 170 or whatever it was.
What's that Fonz like?
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't quite put it in that category, but they stress that in Nebraska also is patience and battling with two strikes. And that's kind of how we are here to a certain extent. We're more so get deep in the count, make the pitchers work. Don't make early outs on early swings, but so I kind of took both. It was a pretty good fit for me. The way I play my game.
Is it a difficult thing? I mean, you guys have, I think, 140 more walks than anybody else in the league. Is it difficult to try to be patient like that? Because obviously you want to get to the next level, and sometimes you want to be a little bit more aggressive.
You really want to, but as much as you want to, that in this organization you're not going to move anywhere if you're not doing what they want, and what they want is on base percentage. And if you're not on base, that you're not doing the team any good. If you're not going to be scoring runs if nobody's on base. And usually your starting pitchers usually your best pitchers. So once you get them on the game is what you're trying to do by making their pitch count go up, then we can get into the bullpen. And it always hurts the team if you have to get in the bullpen the first game of the series and you got 2-3 guys that they burned, You come back the next day, do the same thing, and you got guys that are in short rest having to come out there and try to battle.
Now, the other thing I wanted to bring up in regards to your University of Nebraska ties is that the last time Sacramento was in Salt Lake, Stingers had a guy from Nebraska by the name of Darren Erstad playing first base. I understand there was a little bit interesting incident that took place when you walked to first base the first time.
Yeah, he mentioned something to me, he's like, yeah, I love following your career over there or something like that. To that extent, it was awesome to know that, he was watching, what's going on with his alma mater, and, it's always it's an uplifting thing, to hear Darren Erstad say something, he knows who you are, so that was pretty awesome.
Before I let you go, Dan, is it a difficult situation? I've always wondered this, and I've talked a little bit about it with the Colorado Springs guys over the years. Is it difficult at times to be playing within an hour and 15-minute drive of the big league level? I mean, it's tough enough. I mean, even for Salt Lake, you look at the box scores and all that, but you guys are within an hour and 15-minute drive. Is it difficult to keep that out of your mind?
Not really. It's just what's going to happen is going to happen. This is our organization is the way it is. We don't move a lot of guys up and down. If they go up, it's usually for good, or if somebody's hurt, but then your situation. But this organization's been real good about not taking guys up and down, leaving them in limbo, so they know what's going on.
Well, you've got off to a great start in your career, and good luck to you down the road, whether it's with Oakland or with someone else, but good luck to you guys for the rest of the season. Thank you. All right, Dan Johnson, our guest, back with the starting lineups right after this on ESPN 1230.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
Hi, what can I do for you today?
I came to say goodbye.
Goodbye?
I'm thinking of seeing another Chevy dealership.
Oh.
I've always been happy here at Gus Paula's.
Did we do something wrong?
No, of course not. It's just that, this other place is advertising a big rebate on a new truck, and I don't want to go. I love you guys. Your service is the best, and Gus is so easy to deal with. This is the worst day of my life.
Sir?
Yeah.
The rebate the dealership is offering? We can match it.
You can?
Mm-hmm. Any rebates or incentives they offer, we offer.
So I can stay with Gus and still save money?
Yes, you can.
Oh, man, can I have a hug?
No, you can't. But I will get you a tissue.
With the best deals on an American revolution of Chevy cars and trucks, all you have to do is look down. Way down.
Sorry, I almost got emotional there.
Almost?
I was holding back a lot.
Really?
Yeah, I used to coach football.
I see.
Gus Paula's Chevrolet. With Gus, anything is possible.
You asked for it. Now at Upper Limit Fitness, we're pleased to announce that our new clearance zone is in all 3 of our stores. The Upper Limit Clearance Zone is a store within a store, bursting at the seams with fantastic savings on new and used quality fitness equipment. You'll discover unbelievable savings on strength equipment, treadmills, bikes, free weights, and gyms. You'll find reconditioned exercise equipment with factory warranty, special deals on benches and bikes, dumbbell racks up to 70% off, Olympic 300-pound sets with base and weights as low as $119, with weight plates for under 30 cents a pound. Our clearance zone is a great place to save on quality fitness equipment, new and used, demos and odds and ends. Check out the great deals on top quality treadmills, bikes, home gyms, and free weights, all at huge clearance zone discounts. Come into any Upper Limit location and look for the clearance zone sign and get ready to save. Upper Limit Fitness, 815 West 2400 South in Salt Lake, 1345 South State in Orem, and at the corner of Antelope and Hillfield Road in Layton.
KJQS Murray, Salt Lake City. This is ESPN Radio AM 1230. The worldwide news sports on Citadel Broadcasting Station.
Welcome back to Sacramento, where it's time to give you tonight's starting lineup brought to you by National Isuzu Southtown. Isuzu is back in the Salt Lake area at National Isuzu Southtown, located in the Southtown Auto Mall in Sandy. First of all, for the visiting Salt Lake Stingers, managed by Mike Rumpley. Leading off, the center fielder, Zach Sorensen. Batting second, the shortstop, Alfredo Amezica. Hitting third and playing third base, Dallas McPherson. Batting cleanup, the designated hitter, Adam Riggs. Hitting fifth and playing left field, Curtis Pride. Batting sixth, the first baseman, Alex Pelaez. Hitting seventh and playing right field, Brian Gordon. Hitting eighth and catching, Will Nieves. And batting ninth, the second baseman, Jake Thrower. Pitching for the Stingers will be left-hander Jake Wood. For the homestanding, Sacramento River Cats, managed by Tony DeFrancesco. Leading off is the left fielder, Freddie Bynum. Batting second, the third baseman, Mike Edwards. Hitting third and playing center field, Nick Swisher. Batting cleanup, the designated hitter, Dan Johnson. Hitting fifth and playing first base, Graham Kuntz. Batting sixth, the catcher, Mike Rose. Hitting seventh and playing right field, Matt Watson. Hitting eighth and playing second base, Adam Morrissey. And hitting ninth is the shortstop, Mike Rouse. Pitching for the River Cats will be right-hander Mike Ziegler. It's the Stingers and the River Cats not only wrapping up a 4-game series, but closing out the season series between these two teams. We'll be back with tonight's first pitch right after this timeout. You've been in the On Deck Circle on ESPN 1230.
This has been the On Deck Circle. Stay tuned. Salt Lake Stingers baseball is coming up next on the home of the Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
Keep up and running with Winter Fix support this season. Winter Fix is going on right now at Butters Tractors in Tremont. It's the perfect time to take care of all your postseason equipment maintenance and repairs. You'll receive valuable discounts on the parts and services you need to get ready for the upcoming season, including New Holland batteries, oils, and filters. Plus, when you see the New Holland plan for a minimum $1,000 purchase of genuine New Holland parts and service, you'll make no payments and pay no interest until February 2003. Hurry into Butters Tractors in Tremont today for Winter Fix savings, subject to credit qualifications.
Hi, Jeff Hornacek here. You know, long-term financial planning is like a chess match. To win at either game, you have to be several moves ahead. And now you can with America First new online financial planning. This free service within web access internet banking gives you high-level secure financial advice anytime, day or night. Just enter your financial needs, and we'll help make your moves. Or do it in person with one of our personal financial strategists. Check out this free financial planning first, only at AmericaFirst.com. It's a smart move to make.
The field is live. The starting pitchers have finished their warm-up, and the managers have exchanged lineup cards. It's time for Salt Lake Stingers baseball. So let's go to the ballpark. Here's the voice of the Salt Lake Stingers, Steve Krause.
Once again, welcome back to Raley Field here in Sacramento as the Stingers get ready to take on the Sacramento River Cats in the fourth and final game of this series. The Stingers trying to salvage the final game with a win. Let's take the River Cats around to their positions defensively, and as always, that's brought to you by the Phone Directories Company. Cover your bases using the Phone Directory with a beautiful cover. Or you can look up what you need at myphonedirectory.com. For the River Cats, Freddie Bynum's in left field, Nick Swisher in center, and Matt Watson's in right. Mike Edwards is at third base. Mike Rouse at short. Adam Morrissey at second, and Graham Kuntz is at first. The battery of Mike Rose catching, and pitching to start the ball game will be Chris Hammond. Again, Hammond on a rehab assignment from the Oakland A's. He will pitch one inning, and then that'll be it. And the original scheduled starter, Mike Ziegler, will come on to pitch. Hammond worked the scoreless inning here against the Stingers 2 days ago. Gave up 1 hit, no runs, struck out 2, and did not walk a batter. So Chris Hammond getting the nod, 6'1", 210 in his 17th professional season. We're ready to go, so sit back, relax, and enjoy Salt Lake Stingers baseball on the air for a Thursday night from Sacramento. First pitch to Sorensen, a breaking ball strike, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Sorensen batting, 326, 7 doubles, 2 triples, no homers, and 18 runs batted in. Changeup from Hammond is over for a strike, and it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Zach 2 for 10 with 3 runs batted in this series. Outfield straight away, sun shining brightly, wind blowing out towards left as Sorensen pulls one down the left field line, looking into the crowd, and a nice catch made by the fan who brought his glove and knew what to do with it. So the count on Sorensen, no balls, 2 strikes. Veteran Chris Hammond ready to go. Here's the 0-2. Fastball high, 1-2 the count. Hammond last year with the Yankees appeared in 62 games, winning 3, losing 2, with 1 save and a 2.86 earned run average. 1-2 pitch to Sorensen, swing and a miss at a changeup. He struck him out. 1 down. That'll bring bring up Alfredo Amezaga, the shortstop. Alfredo batting .254, 5 doubles, a triple, 2 homers, and 12 runs batted in. Alfredo scuffling here in this series with just 1 hit in 11 at-bats. Ken Hammond on rehab from a sore shoulder. Prior to the injury, he was 2-1 in 20 appearances for the A's, 4.61 ERA, converting on 1 of 3 save opportunities. First pitch to Alfredo, and he chops it foul off his back foot for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Stingers' parent club, the Anaheim Angels. Winners today at Texas, 11-2. Or excuse me, 11-1. All 9 Angel starters had at least 1 run batted in. Big day for the former Stinger, Rob Quinlan, 4 for 5 with 2 RBI. Raising his average to .299. The 0-1 to Alfredo. Swing and a miss and a slider down and in, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Sean Figgins 1 for 2 with a couple of runs batted in as well. For the Angels as they win it 11-1, moving back to within 5 of the Rangers in the AL West. Changeup, Alfredo lines one into left field. Sinking, it drops for a base hit. So Amezaga goes aboard with a 1-out single. So runner at first base, 1 out, and the batter will be Dallas McPherson. We've been saying McPherson all along, and even Dallas says McPherson, but it's actually McPherson. Dallas hitting .314, 4 doubles, 3 triples, 10 homers, 25 runs batted in. So runner at first base, 1 out. Hammond ready, the pitch. Swung on, hit in the air to shallow center field. Swisher got a late break, and it drops in front of him for a base hit. He froze momentarily and then took a step back before realizing the ball was off of McPherson's, the end of his bat, and it dropped in front for a base hit as Swisher broke in too late. So the Stingers now have runners at first and second base with 1 out for Adam Riggs, the DH. Adam batting .311, 21 doubles, 6 triples, 17 homers, 54 runs batted in, leading the Stingers in both homers and RBI. 1 more in each category than Brian Gordon. Hammond ready, the infield double play, depth the pitch. Riggs swings and misses over a breaking ball that moved down and into the right-hand batter for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike the count on Riggs. Amezaga at second, McPherson at first. 1 out, top of the first, just underway. There is no score, but the Stingers have a scoring opportunity. Now the veteran left-hander Hammond delivers. Swing and a pop-up behind first base. Kuntz shading his eyes with his glove, and in fair territory with the infield fly rule in effect, makes the catch for out number 2. So Riggs retired. 2 out for Curtis Pride, the left fielder. Curtis batting .413, 3 doubles, 2 homers, 8 runs batted in. Pride's hit safely in 4 straight games. And he's 5 out of 11 in this series. 1 of his 5 hits a double. Again, Mike Ziegler, the scheduled starter, throwing in the River Cat bullpen. He'll come on in the second. 2 on, 2 out. Lefty against lefty here. Now Hammond's pitch to Pride. Fastball down the middle for a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Hammond a starter early in his career. Career high 32 starts for the expansion Florida Marlins in 1993, going 11-12. Now the pitch. Drive. A changeup in under the letters, 0-2. Over the last 2 seasons, 2002, 2003, Hammond has made 125 appearances, 62 with the Yankees last year, 63 with the Braves the year before that. No balls, 2 strikes. Amezaga the lead at second, McPherson at first. The pitch. Swing and a miss and a slider away. He struck him out, and that retires the side. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. So after the first half inning of play, it's the Stingers nothing, and Sacramento sending to Nevada. ESPN 1230.
Baseball is full of colors. The Reds, the White Sox, the big green monster. No sport has more to do with color than baseball. The other place color is key is in cars. If your bumper's scratched, dented, or torn, it takes away from its value. That's where Dent Pro Colors comes along. Dent Pro Colors offers on-site service. They have the latest technology in color matching, and they guarantee their work. So call 877-DENT-PRO. That's 877-DENT-PRO. Dent Pro Colors, automotive excellence.
Soldiers, this is what we've been waiting for. Ken Garf of Ogden is moving out their 04 vehicles from 6 different manufacturers. They're clearing out their used cars. And we are not going to stand around with our pinkies up our noses. We're going to Ken Garf of Ogden, and we're going to save some money. Big money. Do you understand? Yes, sir.
It's the clearance sale at Ken Garf of Ogden, and they're blowing out their 04 vehicles with rebates up to $5,000 on select models. Get the best prices of the year on Buick, Pontiac, GMC, and more. But hurry, because there's limited number of 04s available. GMC, we are professional grade.
And remember, Ken Garf of Ogden gives you an additional warranty of up to 10 years or 250,000 miles. Let's march into clearance savings. If you want to save some dough, Ken Garf of Ogden's the place to go. Ken Garf of Ogden clearance sale. 04 vehicle cheapest.
Ken Garf of Ogden at 900 West Riverdale Road backs up every car they sell.
Now, back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
We go to the bottom of the first inning, no score defensively for the Stingers. Let's check their alignment, courtesy of the Phone Directories Company. Curtis Pride in left, Zach Sorensen in center, Brian Gordon's in right, Dallas McPherson at third, Alfredo Amezaga at short, Jake Grower at second, and Alex Pelaez is over at first. The battery of Jake Woods pitching and Will Nieves catching. For Woods, his 7th appearance, his 6th start in 31 in the third innings. He's given up 46 hits, 28 runs, 23 of them earned. He has struck out 24 and walked 11. First pitch to Freddie Bynum on the way. Fastball down the middle for a strike, and it's 0-1. Woods 3-1 with a 6.61 earned run average. The PCL batting .336 against Jake. The 0-1 to Bynum. Fastball outside at the knees, and that evens the count at 1-1. Bynum batting .284. 3 doubles, a triple, no homers, 9 runs batted in. 4 out of 11 so far in this series for Bynum. The pitch from Woods sinks down low and outside to the left-hand batter. The count's 2-1. So Woods and Butchek both worked the doubleheader on Sunday, and normally this would be Butchek's start. The 2-1 pitch on the way. Fastball strike on the outside corner at the knees, 2-2, but Woods threw fewer pitches in that outing on Sunday than did Butchek. Chris didn't feel ready to go today, so Jake Woods gets the start. The 2-2 pitch on the way, swinging a ground ball right side. Thrower, the second baseman, gobbles it up and sidearms it over to first for the out. So Bynum retired, 1 away. That'll bring up the third baseman, Mike Edwards. Edwards batting .285, 27 doubles, 7 homers, 48 runs batted in. 1 out of 11 in this series. Also what this does, with Corey Lee coming up from Arkansas and starting Sunday, it prevents Portland. There's a fastball high ball 1 from facing lefties on back-to-back days, breaking up the rotation for the Stingers a bit. 1 ball, no strike the count on Edwards. The pitch. Swung on, 1 hopper to third, backing up on it. McPherson has it. The throw to first on target and in time for out number 2. So 2 away here in the Sacramento first. That'll bring up Nick Swisher, the center fielder. Swisher batting .255, 18 doubles, 17 homers, 57 runs batted in. Swisher 3 for 12 with a homer and 2 RBI. No score, bottom of the first inning. Stingers back home tomorrow to open up a 4-game series against former Buzzman Brian Buchanan and the Portland Beavers. There's a fastball outside, ball 1. Brian is signed to Portland, outrighted by the Padres to the Beavers. Now the 1-0 pitch on the way. Fastball low and outside to the right-hand batter. 2-0 the count. That took place when Phil Nevin was activated. Now Woods ready, the 2-0. Down low, ball 3. Bright sunshine, right field to sun field, glistening off the buildings and the lift bridge that connects West Sacramento to Sacramento, as well as downtown. Now the 3-0 pitch to Swisher. Woods delivers a strike down the middle, 3-1. Big boat or ship must be going through as the lift bridge is up, stopping traffic. 3-1 delivery, and Swisher takes a breaking ball low. He walked him. So Swisher aboard on the 2-out free pass, and that'll bring up Dan Johnson, the designated hitter, our guest in the on-deck circle. Johnson batting .306, 19 doubles, 4 triples, 18 homers, 80 runs batted in, third in the league in runs batted in. A runner at first base, 2 out. Pitch on the way from Woods, and it's a fastball that misses upstairs for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Outfield straight away and deep for Johnson, who leads this Sacramento team with 18 homers. Pitch, swing, and a miss at a fastball, 1-1. 330 down the left field line here at Raley Field, 325 down the right field stripe. 380 to the alleys and 403 to straightaway center field as the lift bridge is headed back down. Quite a sight to see, painted in old gold. There's a fastball missing high, ball 2. 2-1 the count. Where's the sports sections today? The TV sports last night, covering the Greg Ostertag press conference as he's now a Sacramento King. 2-1 delivery. Johnson takes a fastball strike on the outside corner at the knees, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now Woods ready to look towards first, the pitch home. Curveball, a beauty, dropped it in, strike 3 called, and Johnson can't believe it as he drops his bat at home plate. Home plate umpire Brian Knight not particularly thrilled with the way he did it. No runs, no hits, a walk, and 1 runner left on base. And after 1 here at Raley Field in West Sacramento, there is no score. Here on ESPN 1230.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
Home equity loans are easy to get at Mountain America Credit Union. Easier, perhaps, than deciding what to do with the money.
We could get a deck and a hot tub.
Remodel the bathroom and a jetted tub.
Once you make up your mind, you'll pay no appraisal fees, no origination fees, no closing costs, and no annual fees at Mountain America.
A snowmobile.
Try a snow blower.
While you're deciding what to do with the money, call or visit Mountain America Credit Union or log on to mtnamerica.org.
How about a widescreen TV?
How about storm windows with screens?
At Mountain America Credit Union, we make getting home equity loans easy. So get approved.
An ATV.
A riding lawnmower.
Unfortunately, we're no help at all when it comes to deciding what to do with the money.
Oh, come on, lighten up. Okay, let's get a fishing boat.
Oh, you want water? We'll take a cruise.
Mountain America Credit Union, member NCUA and equal opportunity lender.
Connected Wireless is growing to better serve you with their new Provo Town Center store. Connected Wireless doesn't just sell one-of-a-kind wireless services like most wireless companies. Connected Wireless is your one-stop wireless source. They'll fix you up with the right plan and the right service from Sprint, AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile. Plus, Connected Wireless has all the latest and hard-to-find accessories. Connected Wireless will beat any dealer, even internet deals. Call 205-FREE or look in the yellow pages to find one of 7 Connected Wireless locations. Get connected. Stay connected with Connected Wireless.
Well, we move along to the second inning. No score here in Sacramento. It'll be Alex Pelaez, Brian Gordon, and Will Nieves up to face right-hander Mike Ziegler, who comes on now, the original scheduled starter, but he had to move aside for an inning of the rehab assignment of Chris Hammond. Ziegler making his 10th appearance of the year, his first out of the bullpen for Sacramento. In 43 innings, he's given up 60 hits, 35 runs, 32 of them earned. He has struck out 26 and walked 9. Ziegler has won 1 and lost 2 with a 6.70 earned run average. The PCL batting .324 against the 6'3", 220-pound right-hander, Mike Ziegler. First batter he'll face is Alex Pelaez, hitting .336, 10 doubles, 2 triples, 4 homers, 46 runs batted in. Alex, 2 out of 12 in this series. Ziegler facing the Stingers for the first time, and the first pitch is tomahawked through the middle into center field, a base hit. That one skipped off the mound and zipped right by second base into center field, and so Alex Pelaez is aboard with a leadoff single. Third hit for the Stingers. First off Ziegler. Chris Hammond went an inning, gave up 2 hits, no runs. Struck out 2 and did not walk a batter. A runner at first base, nobody out for Brian Gordon, who had a 3-hit night last night. First pitch to Brian here. He shows bunt, takes a breaking ball low. Ball 1. Gordon hitting .273, 21 doubles, 3 triples, 16 homers, and 53 runs batted in. Ziegler spending time at Double-A Midland this year. Now the right-hander ready. The pitch. Breaking ball, strike on the inside corner at the knees. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Ziegler began the season with Midland. 8 starts, 3-3 with a 3.42 earned run average. Now the pitch, swing and a miss. Gordon out in front of an off-speed delivery. And so the count 1-2. Again, Ziegler 1-2 with the River Cats. 0-2 at home. 1-0 on the road. His road ERA nearly 5 runs lower than his home ERA. So 1-2 the count on Brian. The pitch inside, almost grazed him as he tried to turn that right shoulder out of the way. On the breaking ball, and the count's even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gordon, 4 hits and 10 at-bats in this series. Again, 3 hits last night. Now the toss to first, and Elias is back. And the Stingers host the Portland Beavers, who go into tonight's game with a chance to tie Edmonton for first, as the Beavers go for their 9th straight win. The pitch. Gordon swings it to liner right at third. Caught by Edwards. Throw to first, and they double off Pelaez. Liner right at Edwards, and Pelaez has started towards second. By the time he could reverse his direction, it was too late. So with that, 2 outs, nobody on base, and the batter will be the catcher, Will Nieves. Batting .304, 17 doubles, 6 triples, 7 homers, 38 runs batted in for Will, who comes into this ball game with a 12-game hitting streak working, second longest by a Stinger this year. Adam Riggs had a 15-game hitting streak earlier this season. The 2 out, nobody on. Ziegler's pitch is a strike. 0-1 the count to the right-hand batter. Ziegler, a 14th-round pick out of Florida State 4 years ago. His curveball's over at the knees for a strike, and Nieves is in the hole, 1-2. No balls, 2 strikes to count. And Portland in for 4, and then the Stingers take their Tennessee 2-step trip. 4 in Nashville, 4 in Memphis. The 0-2 pitch. Nieves takes a curveball just a little bit low, 1-2. Overall, Will, 3 out of 11 in this series, with 1 run batted in. He's picked up 1 hit in each of the 3 games to extend that streak. 1-2 pitch, swing, and a miss at a high changeup. He struck him out, and that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit with the double play. Nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the second. Stingers nothing, Sacramento nothing on ESPN 1230.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
Certified pre-owned BMWs have a 2-year, 50,000-mile extended protection plan added to the original new car warranty for a total of 6 years and 100,000 miles of protection. To be a certified pre-owned BMW, each car must pass a rigorous inspection by factory-trained BMW technicians. Plus, if you buy a certified pre-owned BMW that still has the maintenance protection plan in effect, you can extend the maintenance plan to 6 years, 100,000 miles. That's right. Full maintenance for up to 6 years and 100,000 miles. During July, buy any 2001 3 Series, 5 Series, 7 Series, or X5 BMW and pay only 2.9% APR for up to 60 months on approved credit through BMW Financial Services. Only at BMW of Murray. Call 262-2479. Go to bmwofmurray.com or visit the BMW of Murray CPO Center at 4689 South 6th.
If you need car insurance, your local Geico Direct Insurance professional is here for you. There are definite advantages to having a local insurance representative. You can't beat the service, and it's nice to know a real live person is around to answer your questions. That's why Geico Direct has a local office in Layton, staffed with professionals who know the insurance business just as well as they know the neighborhood. Call your Geico professional today. No matter what you need, you can be sure it will be well done. Call 298-9336. That's 298-9336, right here in Layton.
We go to the bottom of the second inning. 0-0 our score. Stinger starter Jake Woods to face Graham Kuntz, Mike Rose, and Matt Watson, the 5, 6, and 7 hitters in the River Cat order. Stingers and River Cats scoreless. Stingers baseball brought to you in part by Taco Maker. The Taco Maker Bean Burrito Babies are back. 3 lightly fried mini bean burritos, all for only $1.89. Add a hot order of tater gems and a nice cold drink and make it a meal. Taco Maker donates $5 to the United Way for every double play turned by the Stingers this season. They have turned 96 so far, making the total donation to this point $300. Make that $480. So Graham Kuntz to lead things off. Kuntz comes in batting .248, 15 doubles, 16 homers, 53 runs batted in. Kuntz 2 for 10 so far in this series. Jake Woods pitch, and it's a fastball just a little bit low. Ball 1 to the left-hand hitter. Want to know the count? The infield shift is on. McPherson all by himself on the left side of the infield. There's a fastball strike in the outside corner, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. The second baseman thrower about 15 feet back on the right field grass. The 1-1 curveball misses outside at the knees. Ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike to the left-hand batter. The shortstop Ameziga about 15 feet over to the first base side of second. Sinker low, ball 3. 3-1 the count on Kuntz. Outfield playing way over towards right as well as Woods delivers the 3-1. Fastball high, and Kuntz draws the base on ball. Second walk issued by Jake. So runner at first, nobody out for the catcher, Mike Rose. Rose batting .299, 13 doubles, 2 triples, 5 homers, 44 runs batted in. Woods in his last start was not involved with the decision in the second game of the doubleheader this past Sunday against Edmonton, giving up 4 runs, only 2 of them earned on 8 hits in 3 1/3 innings, striking out 1 and walking 3. He's won his last 2 decisions. The pitch, Rose takes a fastball strike at the knees, 0-1. He showed fun and pulled the bat back. Rose at the plate, a switch hitter, batting from the right side against the lefty Woods. Now the pitch, curveball, strike 2 called on the inside corner at the knees. 0-2, Jake Woods. 3rd round pick in 2001 out of Bakersfield Junior College. Woods, the 2-strike pitch. Curveball just missed a little bit high, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 0-0 here in the bottom of the second, but a runner at first base and nobody out for the River Cats. 1-2 offering, swing and a chopper foul. That one winding up in the seats just beyond the third base dugout. So 1-2 the count on Rose, who has 1 hit in 7 at-bats in this series with 1 RBI. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count on Rose. The left-hander Woods ready to glance towards first and the pitch home. Fastball hit in the air towards right. Brian Gordon coming in, makes the catch, looks towards first, but Kuntz scampers back and does not draw a throw. So 1 away as Rose flies to Gordon in right field. Brings up Matt Watson, the right fielder, hitting .308, 27 doubles, 2 triples, 12 homers, 66 runs batted in. Watson 4 hits in 9 at-bats in this series, with 2 of his 4 hits going for doubles. So 1 on, 1 out. Kuntz not a lot of speed over there at first base. The pitch. Fastball a little bit high. Ball 1 to the left-hand hitting Matt Watson. Originally drafted by Montreal in the 16th round of 1999 out of Xavier University. Now Woods the 1-0. Fastball popped up behind third base. McPherson and Amezaga over near the stands, but they run out of real estate as it lands about 4 rows deep into the crowd. So the count on Watson is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Outfield around towards left. That prevailing wind out of the south, blowing at about 12 to 15 miles per hour, straight towards left field. Now Woods ready, the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, line towards left. Curtis Pride is there. Makes the Bill the cap high catch for out number 2. Back to first goes Kuntz. For Jake Woods, that's his 30th pitch of the night. 15 strikes and 15 balls. That's not the ratio of strikes to balls that you want. That'll bring up Adam Morrissey, the second baseman. Morrissey batting .314, 21 doubles, 1 triple, 8 homers, 44 runs batted in, including the game-winning RBI in the 8th inning last night. First pitch fastball in at the knees for a strike, and it's 0-1. Morrissey having a rather healthy series, 5 for 8 with 2 doubles, a triple, and 2 runs batted in. Now Woods the 0-1. Misses outside with a fastball that ran away from the right-hand batter, and that evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. River Cats have won 10 of the 15 meetings between these two teams this year. There's a fastball strike at the knees, 1-2. That's despite the fact that the Stingers won 4 out of the first 5 games between these two clubs. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the pitch. Morrissey takes low and inside. A ball, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Woods 3-1 with the Stingers, combined with Double-A this year. He's won 12 and lost 3, putting him at 38-18 for his minor league career. As Morrissey swings and misses at a fastball, he struck it out. That one had good movement on it, away from the right-hand batter, and that retires the side. No runs, a walk, and 1 runner left on the base path. So after 2 complete here at Raleigh Field, it remains Stingers nothing, River Cats nothing on ESPN 1230.
Spring is here, and that means shorter nights. But just because there's more daylight doesn't mean you don't still need better everyday lighting. Your local Ace Hardware stores and GE Lighting can help. GE Lighting has replaced the ordinary incandescent bulb with the new Reveal bulb. Reveal bulbs make colors so crisp, clean, that you truly see the difference. Guaranteed. Reveal bulbs from GE Lighting at your local Ace Hardware. Ace, the helpful place.
Pick up in the front lot.
Shame on you if you feel like a bowling alley was installed in your brain the last time you went through the car buying experience.
Welcome to the Mark Marine Minute, your no-nonsense answers to your car buying and credit questions.
You can tell the character of a car dealership by how they handle issues with your credit, especially your good credit. For example, car credit. Car credit is looked at from 2 angles by the bank: your capability and by your willingness. The capability part of your credit tells how much money can be spent. The willingness part of your credit tells the conditions tied to the money being spent. So it's simple. Get pre-approved and know how much money is available and how you can spend it.
Wow.
Call Marine Credit Systems now at 467-9980. Marine Credit Systems, 467-9980. 467-9980.
Go to the third inning. No score. Jake Thrower, Zach Sorensen, Alfredo Amezaga due up to face Sacramento right-hander Mike Ziegler. And as always, the third inning is brought to you by the Jordan River Par 3. The best place to improve your short game is the Jordan River Par 3. You can play for just $6 a 9-hole round. For tee times, call 533-4527 or go online at slc-golf.com. Jake Thrower, a switch hitter, batting left-handed against the right-hander Ziegler, and he takes a slider knee-high on the inside corner for a strike, 0-1. Thrower batting .281, 19 doubles, 2 triples, 3 homers, 36 runs batted in. Swings at the 0-1 and chops it foul at the first base side, 0-2. Jake 3 for 7 in this series. Jake has played second, third, been used as a pinch runner and DH'd in the 4 games so far. 0-2 pitch on the way. A fastball high, 1-2. So the Stingers trying to salvage the final game of the series as well as snap this 7-game losing streak, but equals their team record. 1-2 pitch on the way. Just no. A late right arm from Brian Knight rings up Jake Thrower. Strike 3 called just under the letters. 4th strikeout for Sacramento pitching, second by Mike Ziegler. So 1 out, nobody on for Zach Sorensen, who struck out swinging against Hammond his first time up. It's also time to find out what else is happening under the lights tonight, as well as earlier this afternoon. And it's brought to you by, as a fastball strike on the outside corner at the knees, 0-1. GE Lighting in the new Reveal light bulb. Check out the Reveal bulb at your locally owned Ace Hardware store. Now the line by Ziegler, the 0-1 to Sorensen. Swung on and lined into center field, a base hit. So Zach extends the inning as a runner at first base, 1 out. 3rd hit for Zach in this series. Had a 4-game hitting streak snapped last night, but he drove in 2 runs. 4 hits now for the Stingers. But still nothing to show for it in the run column. That'll bring up Alfredo Amezaga, single to left his first time up. Despite 1 out, Edwards in on the edge of the grass at third, maybe even a step or 2 closer than that as he moves in. The toss to first, and Sorensen is back. In the PCL, Omaha defeated Memphis today, 5-3. Fresno shut out Edmonton 9-0 to hand the Trappers their 2nd straight loss after 7 straight wins. Amezaga shows bunt, takes low and outside, ball 1. That means Portland with a win tonight would tie the Trappers for first in the North Division. Nothing in yet on their game with Tacoma. At Nashville, Iowa leads the Sounds 8-7 heading into the 9th inning. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Again the toss to first, and Sorensen is back. In the 8th at Oklahoma, Colorado Springs leads the Redhawks 2-1. After 3 in Albuquerque, the Isotopes lead New Orleans 5-0. Nothing in yet on Tucson at Las Vegas. 1-0 pitch. There goes the runner. Swing and a miss. Throw to second base. And in with a stolen base is Zach Sorensen. As he got the right foot in ahead of the tag of the shortstop Mike Rouse. That's Zach's team leading 14th stolen base of the year. The count on Alfredo is now even at 1 ball and 1 strike. And with that stolen base, another $5 goes to the Boys and Girls Clubs of Utah, courtesy of Dent Pro and Dent Pro Colors. So the Stingers with a go-ahead run in scoring position, 1 out. The 1-1 to Alfredo. Changeup drops in for a strike, 1-2. In the American League, Seattle leads Oakland 2-0. Mariners batting in the bottom of the 2nd against the former postman, our on-deck circle guest a couple of days ago, Mark Redmond. Last night, the former Tacoma Rainier, Bucky Jacobson, with a game-winning home run in the 10th. Against Seattle, a 6-5 win over the A's. 1-2 to Alfredo. Checks his swing on a high fastball. 2-2 the count. That is the only game still left to be played in the major leagues. Everything else has been completed. At Detroit, Kansas City pounded the Tigers 13-7. Mike Sweeney, a pair of home runs for the Royals in that one. Now the 2-2. Swinging a roll into the right side. Morrissey, the second baseman, gobbles it up, throws to first in time for the out. On the play, Sorensen goes to third. So 2 outs and a runner at third for McPherson. McPherson single to center field, his first time up. Ruben Sierra's homer in the bottom of the ninth gave the Yankees a 1-0 win over Toronto. Baltimore and Boston split a doubleheader. Orioles won the opener 8-3. Red Sox taking the nightcap 4-0. A 10-hit shutout, no less. Runner at third, 2 out. McPherson swings and misses at a breaking ball, strike 1. 2-run homer by Michael Kadire in the bottom of the 8th gave Minnesota a 7-5 win over Tampa Bay. The Angels rout Texas 11-1. Bartolo Colon the winner, now 8-8. White Sox blank Cleveland for a second straight game, 3-0. The 0-1, McPherson takes high and outside, a ball 1-1, so Chicago remains a half game behind Minnesota in the American League Central. Over in the National League, St. Louis shut out Milwaukee 4-0. Second straight shutout by the Cardinals over the Brewers. 1-1 to McPherson, into the dirt, a breaking ball, good stop for the catcher Rose, flooding across to his right. The count's 2-1. Montreal beats the Mets at Shea 4-1. In 10 innings, the Braves down the Pirates 2-1. Florida outlasted Philadelphia 10-8. Cubs shellacked the Reds 13-2. Former Buzz catcher Javier Valentin, a pair of homers for the Reds. 2-1 pitch. McPherson swings and he misses. 2-2. Greg Maddux getting the win for the Cubs, his 298th career victory. Dodgers double up the Rockies 4-2. San Diego takes over sole possession of second by beating the Giants 9-4. And Houston routs Arizona 10-3. Couple of home runs for Carlos Beltran. 2-2 to McPherson. Strike 3 called. Fastball the inside corner under the letters. And that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit. 1 runner left on the base path. As we go to the bottom of the third, still Salt Lake nothing, Sacramento nothing on ESPN 1230.
Starting for your locally owned grocery store, Andy Goodwill.
Regarded as the top customer service clerk in the country, Andy Goodwill is a first-team all-star selection as a provider of only the best service to shoppers at any of the associated food stores, including Acres, Peterson's, Macy's, and others across the Wasatch Front. As region MVP, Goodwill set records for happy customers, satisfied shoppers, and stunning smiles. Goodwill chose Associated Food Stores because of its commitment to customer service and the impressive reputation of Western Family Products. For your family, only the best.
Ogden Subaru's big summer inventory sell-down is now underway. During this big clearance, Ogden Subaru is offering discounts and savings up to $6,500 on remaining 04 models. To help introduce our award-winning new 05 models, Ogden Subaru is offering a special 39-month lease with a payment of only $269 per month on new 05 Outbacks. Payments on new Legacy sedans are set at $249 per month and only $199 per month on 05 Impreza RSs. To participate in these huge savings, all we need is your good credit and $3,000 in trade equity for cap reduction and upfront fees. As an extra bonus, during this big sale, Ogden Subaru pays your sales tax. These are new 05 Subarus, driven by what's inside. After 23 years in business, Ogden Subaru is undisputed the #1 dealer in customer satisfaction in northern Utah. Our low guaranteed prices are absolutely unbeatable. Don't miss this big summer sell-down. Be sure to shop Ogden Subaru before you buy. 3377 Wall Avenue.
We move along to the bottom of the third inning here in West Sacramento. It's 0-0. Stingers with 4 hits, the River Cats with none. It'll be Mike Rouse to lead things off, Sacramento shortstop, followed by Freddie Bynum and Mike Edwards, the 9-1 and 2 hitters due up in the River Cats batting order. Once again, the third inning brought to you by the Jordan River Par 3. For tee times, call 533-4527 or go online at slc-golf.com. First pitch to Mike Rouse, the shortstop. A fastball in at the knees, a strike, 0-1. Rouse batting .228, 3 doubles, a triple, 4 homers, and 18 runs batted in. Rouse 0 for 7 in this series. Woods 0-1 delivery, a fastball that slices the outside corner at the knees, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Outfield swung around towards left for Rouse as Woods delivers the 0-2. Curveball cued off the end of his bat up the third baseline, and it hits the lip of the grass about 2/3 of the way up from home plate and kicks foul. So we'll do it again at 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Time to look ahead at the Stingers' schedule, brought to you by University of Utah Football. The defending Mountain West Conference and Liberty Bowl champs play 6 home games, starting with Texas A&M and finishing with BYU. Season tickets are now available at 581-U-TICKS or online at UtahUtes.com. U of U football, you ain't seen nothing yet. Now the 0-2. Fastball high, 1-2. I see where the Utes picked by the media and by the coaches in the Mountain West Conference to win the football title again in the annual summer get-together down in Las Vegas. 1-2 pitch to Rouse. Fastball sliced down the left field line, heading towards the corner and going foul. So we'll do it again at 1-2. Tomorrow night there'll be Chris Butchek, 6-6, going for the Stingers against right-hander Dennis Tankersley, 5-3 for the Beavers. Corey Lee making his Stingers debut on Saturday night against right-hander Brian Sweeney. Again, burnt tickets remain for the big Pioneer Day game and fireworks extravaganza. Steve Green goes Sunday afternoon against right-hander Justin Germano. Now the 1-2 pitch, fastball chopped foul over towards the Stingers dugout. Still 1-2. Jason Middlebrook will go on Monday night for the Stingers against right-hander Tim Stofford. That means tonight's starter Jake Woods will open up the series in Nashville on Tuesday. Fastball grounded right side, pass the diving Jake thrower into right field, a base hit. Jake lunging to his left, could not flag it down, and the River Cats have their first hit of the ball game. And for the second straight inning, they get their leadoff man on base. That'll bring us to the top of the order, and Freddie Bynum bounced out the thrower at second base, his first time up. So runner at first base, nobody out here in the third. Rouse 0 for 4 in the stolen base department this year. Now the pitch. Fastball bunted foul up the third base side, strike 1. 0-1 the count on Bynum. Again, all 4 games in Nashville, 6 o'clock starts Mountain Time. Oh, and 1 the count on Bynum, who had 268 and 65 games at Double-A Midland before his promotion. Now the 0-1 from Woods. Showing bunt again is Bynum, but he takes a fastball that misses outside, even in the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 the count to the left-hand batter. No score, bottom of the third here in Sacramento. Woods ready. The 1-1. Bynum squares and bunts it foul back into the left of home plate, and it's 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Mike Edwards, the third baseman, is on deck. Quite a combination for Sacramento. They have walked far more than any other team in the league at the plate, but their pitchers have issued the fewest walks in the PCL this season. Now Woods ready, the 1-2. Curveball, check swing foul behind home plate, still 1-2. River Cats are an outstanding 34-16 here at home, while just 24-24 on the road. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Bynum. The infield double play depth, although tough to turn 2 on the speedy Bynum. Pitch, curveball, flat foul. That one skips off the roof of the third base dugout into the seats. So the count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. River Cats with a win would duplicate their efforts of a year ago when they beat the Stingers 11 out of 16. Now ready to go. The left-hander set. Look towards first. The 1-2 home. Fastball. Chop foul again to the left of home plate. So it's still 1-2, and Bynum making Woods throw some extra pitches here. So far in this series, the River Cats have done it with pitching. They're hitting only .256, but their pitchers have combined for a 1.67 ERA in this series. 1-2 again. Bynum swings and fouls off another. This one on top of the roof to the left of home plate. So we'll do it again. One ball and 2 strikes to Freddie Bynum, a left-handed hitter out of Stantonsburg, North Carolina. Woods from the bell ready. Again the 1-2. Fastball, that's hit in the air to center field. Sorensen drifting back, draws a beat on it, reaches up and makes the catch. And Rouse hits back to first base. So Bynum retired, 1 away, and that'll bring up Mike Edwards, who grounded out to McPherson at third his first time up. Still may be a few more days before we see Casey Kretschmann play again in the Salt Lake uniform as they continue to monitor his right wrist. 1 on, 1 out for the River Cats here in the bottom of the third. Outfield shaded towards right. Woods pitch. Edwards swings and punches it into right field, a base hit. Played on the second hop by Brian Gordon. Stopping at second on the play is Mike Rouse, and the River Cats have runners at first and second base with only 1 out. Well, Woods has had problems as a Stinger with the opposition lineup the second time through the order. Right now, runners are at first and second base with 1 out for Nick Swisher, who drew a base on balls his first time up. The catcher, Nieves, out to have a quick word with Jake. Swisher, a switch hitter, batting to the right side against the southpaw Woods. Father Steve, a longtime Major League catcher with the Cubs, Cardinals, and Padres, was strictly a right-handed batter. So 2 on, 1 out. Now the pickoff move to second base, but Rouse is back. Right-handed hitting. Nick Swisher awaits. The pitch. Fastball high, ball 1. 1-0 the count on Swisher. No score, bottom of the third. The River Cats threatening, though, with runners at first and second, 1 down. Woods ready. Nieves the sign down and the target up for the 1-0 pitch. Fastball high again, ball 2. 2-0 the count on Swisher, with Dan Johnson due next. And River Cats from here go to Las Vegas for 4, while the Stingers head home to play Portland. Woods ready. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Fastball fouled at home plate. Looked like Swisher tried to hold up on his swing, but the bat deflected the ball straight into the dirt behind home plate. The count on Swisher, 2 balls and 1 strike. Now the lefty Woods ready to glance back towards second. The 2-1 home. Swinging a ground ball foul through the coach's box at third. Evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. I would guesstimate probably the biggest crowd of the 4 we've had here in Sacramento. 8906, 8439, and 8940 have been the attendance figures so far in this series. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Woods ready. Here's the pitch. Sails outside with a changeup. Ball 3. That fills the count at 3-2. Well, let's see if Tony DeFrancisco decides to roll the dice here and send the runners with only 1 out at runners at first and second. Woods looks in, gets the sign. Left-hander ready. Checks the runner at second, whirls the pickoff throw, but Rouse is back in with the right foot ahead of the tag of Jake Thrower. And Johnson due next. Tony DeFrancesco, the Sacramento manager, coaching at third base. Last night's starting pitcher, John Reinecker, over at first. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The payoff pitch, the runners are going, and the pitch is hit in the air to center field. Zach Sorensen jogging in. The runners will get back as Zach makes the catch for out number 2. That ball hung in the air long enough for Rouse and Edwards to retreat. So 2 down. That'll bring up Dan Johnson, called out on strikes, and a sharp curveball over the outside half of the plate in the first inning. So 2 on, 2 out here in the third. Woods ready, the pitch. Swing and a miss at a fastball, strike 1. That one had some good movement on it in towards the left-hand batter. No balls, 1 strike. Outfield pretty much straight away and deep for Johnson. Woods ready, the 0-1. Fastball misses outside, and it evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. And for the series against Portland, 7 o'clock starts tomorrow, Saturday, and Monday with a 2 o'clock start, as usual on Sunday afternoon. 1 ball, 1 strike on Johnson. The pitch. Fastball in the air towards right. Brian Gordon back, now stops, waits, and makes the shoulder-high catch to retire the side. So Woods wiggles off the hook here in the third. No runs, 2 hits, 2 runners left on base. After 3 complete, it remains Stingers nothing, Sacramento nothing on ESPN 1230.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers. ESPN 1230 AM. KHUS Murray, Salt Lake.
Right in a frickin' helmet.
This is ESPN Radio AM 1230, the worldwide leader in sports.
It's a microphone.
Citadel Broadcasting Station.
If you need to lose 15, 20, even 50 pounds or more, then you need the powerful one-day diet, an amazing breakthrough that guarantees rapid weight loss without giving up your favorite foods, counting calories, or taking dangerous diet pills.
I'm Linda. I lost 10 pounds in 7 days. I was skeptical at first, but it's simple, easy, and it really works.
Hi, my name is Kelly. I lost 21 pounds in 37 days and 10 inches off my waist on the one-day diet. I couldn't believe it.
There now exists a bioactive weight loss compound so powerful, so effective, that it boosts your metabolism, burns stored fat, and helps you lose weight fast. The one-day diet is much too powerful for people that need to lose less than 15 pounds.
Hi, my name is Anna. I lost 27 pounds in 45 days. I've never tried anything like this. It's truly amazing.
Call now for your risk-free starter pack at 1-800-626-5182. One-day diet is 100% safe, natural, and guaranteed. Call toll-free 1-800-626-5182. That's 1-800-626-5182.
2 of the fastest growing crimes in Utah are fraud and forgery. Don't be a victim. Have sensitive and confidential documents disposed of safely at Certified Shred. With Certified Shred, you can have your items shredded on site with their state-of-the-art mobile shredding truck, or you can let their secured personnel do it off-site. To contact the bonded and insured professionals at Certified Shred, call 972-4748. They've been handling the removal of sensitive documents for over 5 years, so they know what they're doing. Certified Shred, 972-4748.
Go to the 4th inning. Adam Riggs to lead things off. Pops up to the first baseman. Coots his first time up. First pitch fastball outside, ball 1. You recall last night Riggs fouled the ball off his knee in the first inning. It had to be taken out of the ball game. I saw Adam in the hotel lobby afterwards, and he said it was sore but okay. He said he'd never felt that much pain before. He thought there was something more seriously damaged. 1-0 pitch on the way. Curveball, strike at the knees, 1-1. Then I brought up something that Adam said that he and some other guys had brought up in the clubhouse after the game when taking a look at it. It reminded me of the ball that came up and shattered the kneecap of Jermaine Dye with the A's. Riggs takes a curveball low, 2-1, but fortunately, nothing like that for Adam Riggs. And he's in the lineup tonight as a DH. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. The pitch swung on, lifted in the air towards right center field. Swisher and Watson on the run. Watson, the right fielder, gets there first and makes the catch for out number 1. So Riggs flies out to the right fielder Watson in the alley in right center. That'll bring up Curtis Pride. Struck out swinging against Hammond his first time up. No runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Stingers. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors for the River Cats. One out. The pitch. Change up high, ball 1. 1-0. Stingers baseball brought to you in part by Dent Pro and Dent Pro Colors of Salt Lake, the mobile paintless dent repair company that comes to your home or office to work on your car. Call them today at 1-877-DENT-PRO. Dent Pro and Dent Pro Colors, they make them like new again. Now Ziegler winds. Here's the 1-0. Pride chops one to the right side. Morrissey handles the bill of the cap high bounce and tosses to first for the out. 2 up, 2 down here in the Stingers' 4th. That'll bring up Alex Pelaez, who singled to center field his first time up, but was doubled off at first on a line drive off the bat of Brian Gordon. Dent Pro donates $5 to the Boys and Girls Clubs of Utah for every stolen base by the Stingers this season. They have 1 tonight, raising the season total to 69 stolen bases, making the total donation so far $345. 2 out, nobody on. Pelaez takes a curveball from Ziegler over for a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Ziegler's last outing was on the 17th of July. No decision against Tucson. Down at Tucson Electric Park as Pelaez lifts one foul behind home plate into the seats. 0-2. Gave up only 1 run on 6 hits in 5 innings. Really had 3 solid outings in a row coming into this one. Now the 0-2. Curveball broke late and missed high. 1-2. Given up 6 hits in each of his last 3 appearances. Twice allowing 2 runs, and the last time just 1. So far he's unscored upon in 2 2/3 innings tonight. The 1-2 pitch. Pelaez takes outside. A ball, 2-2. Despite his outstanding performances in his last 3 starts, they've all ended up in a workout. As Mike Krukow, the former Major League pitcher and Giant broadcaster, says, here's a swing and a chopper towards the hole, cut off by the third baseman Edwards, who throws to first and gets Pelaez by 20, and that retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. Through 3.5 it remains. Stingers nothing, Sacramento nothing on ESPN 1230.
How do you pack more fun into summer? Let's ask this Days Inn guest.
Well, I have fun.
Saving more? Like Denny's Kids Eat Free certificates when you check into Days Inn?
Yeah, and I have fun.
Earning more, like 500 Troop Rewards bonus points for booking online at daysinn.com.
Yeah, and I have fun.
Winning more, like entering to win your dream car worth up to $50,000 at daysinn.com.
It's so much fun.
Days Inn, the best value under the sun. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited. U.S. or Canadian resident 18 or older. Ends 9904. Details at daysinn.com.
When I get one of my headaches, every minute of that pounding, throbbing pain is a minute too long. So when I take something, I want to make sure I choose the one that will get rid of that tough pain faster.
The moment of choice, Tylenol or Advil for faster headache relief. Truth is, Advil Liquid Gel's rush relief to your headache faster than Tylenol. And Advil relief is stronger, better relief too.
Headache's gone already. Glad I chose Advil.
For faster headache relief, advance to Advil Relief.
So, when's the last time you got a bonus? Well, now you can get $2,000 in bonus bucks when you buy a 2003 Honda VTX 1800 motorcycle. Yeah, use your bonus bucks on any accessories, on riding gear, or even a down payment. You can also take advantage of great low financing. So head on down to Stedman's Recreation at 916 North Main in Tooele today for your bonus bucks, and you can cruise the boulevard in style. Bonus bucks offer good through August 31st, 2004. Other restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
We head to the bottom of the 4th now. Here in Sacramento, there is no score. Graham Kuntz, Mike Rose, Matt Watson due up to face left-hander Jake Wood. Graham Kuntz to start things off, threw a base on balls his first time up, leading off the 2nd inning, but never was advanced past first base. Jake Woods, first pitch to Kuntz, a strike. A fastball on the outside corner to Denise, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike to count. Now Woods' pitch. Missed outside at the knees with a fastball this time. The count's even at 1 ball and 1 strike. The shift on with 3 members of the infield on the right side between first and second. Ball 2 misses outside, but shift doesn't mean anything if you don't throw a strike, as Kuntz walked last time around. Now the line by Woods, the 2-1. Swing and a miss at a good sinking fastball. 2-2 the count. 2-2 the count on Kuntz. Now Woods ready, the kick and the pitch. Fastball low, ball 3, and that fills the count on Kuntz at 3-2. Kuntz to be followed by Mike Rose and then Matt Watson. No score. Stingers have out hit the River Cats 4-2. Woods ready, the 3-2 payoff pitch. Fastball sliced foul out of play down the left field side. And the chase is on for the Souvenirs. The count 3 balls, 2 strikes. Now again the 3-2 payoff pitch. Inside, ball 4. And for the 3rd straight inning, the leadoff man's reached base for the River Cats. That's the 3rd walk issued by Woods in the ball game. That'll bring up Mike Rose, who flied out to Brian Gordon in right field his first time up. Sun no longer a factor for the defense. Few rays of sunshine still gleaming off the berm area at right field, as well as the buildings downtown in Sacramento across the river. The runner at first, nobody out. Woods pitch to Rose, swing and a miss at a fastball, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Again, Jake 9-2 with a stellar 2.70 earned run average during his 14 starts for AA Arkansas this year. 0-1. Curveball, and it drops in for a strike, 0-2. Rose started after it, held up his swing, but it was a called strike. Woods ready. The pitch. Curveball low and inside the right-hand batter. 1-2. Tacoma looking to snap Portland's winning streak at 8 games. Lead the Beavers in Portland 5-0 after 2 innings. Again, a Portland win would not only give them a 9-game winning streak, but it would tie them with Edmonton for first place in the division. Now the 1-2 pitch. Fastball inside. That was one of those throws. Made it look like he was leaning out of the way, but was kind of sticking that uniform jersey out a bit, hoping it would graze it and that he would reach base. Two balls, 2 strikes. Now Woods pitch. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center field. Drifting over, Sorensen going back to the warning track, reaches out and makes the catch. Back to first base goes Kuntz as Rose gave that one a ride. The wind helping it out, but Sorensen getting a good jump back on that ball, able to track it down for the first out. 1 away for Matt Watson, who flied out to Curtis Pride and left his first time up. Time now to find out who's hitting the cover off the ball in the PCL. Brought to you by Mountain Extreme Power Sports. Take it to the extreme with Mountain Extreme Power Sports in Linden, Utah. Calvin Pickering of Omaha continues to lead the league with 29 home runs. Bucky Jacobson left Tacoma with 26. Now the pitch. Fell high but outside. Ball 1. Woods missed with a fastball. Tied at 23 home runs. Andy Tracy of Colorado Springs, Phil Hyatt of New Orleans, and Joe Dillon of Albuquerque. Luis Garcia of Las Vegas has 22. A 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss by Watson on a breaking ball down and in. 1-1 the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Powers that be in baseball, busy handing out suspensions today. 1 ball, 1 strike, grounded foul behind home plate. 1-2, and 2 out of the 3 players suspended are former Salt Lake Buzz Stars. David Ortiz and LaTroy Hawkins. David Ortiz suspended 5 games for his bat throwing incident. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Walks it out in front of a changeup. Strikeout number 3 for Jake Woods. 2 outs. That'll bring up Adam Morrissey, who struck out swinging his first time up. Ortiz became upset after being called out on strikes by umpire Matt Hollowell last Friday at Anaheim. After being restrained by several, Ortiz threw a couple of bats onto the field that came close to hitting umpires Bill Hahn and Mark Carlson. Pitch on the way, and it's a little bit outside of the knees, ball 1. But Troy Hawkins got a 3-game suspension for yelling at home plate umpire Tim Cheetah following giving up a home run. There's a pitch, a strike of the knees, 1-1. Zambrano suspended for twice hitting Jim Evans with pitches Monday night at Wrigley Field. I believe they are all going to appeal, so they can play until that's taken care of. There's a fastball strike on the outside corner at the knees, 1-2 to Adam Morrissey. White Sox sent Maglio Ordonez back to Chicago for tests on his left knee, which is still sore after nearly 2 months following surgery on that knee. Now the 1-2 pitch. Morrissey takes the breaking ball in the dirt, blocked by the catcher Nieves. Sliding across to his left to keep the ball nearby. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. The White Sox could be without Ordonez and Frank Thomas for a while. Thomas out with a broken bone in his foot. 2-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a ground ball toward short. Ameza's got it on the second hop. The underhand toss to thrower for the force out on Kutz. Retires the side. In the inning, no runs, no hits. A walk and 1 runner left on base through 4. It's the Stingers nothing, Sacramento nothing on ESPN 1230.
Spring is here, and that means shorter nights. But just because there's more daylight doesn't mean you don't still need better everyday lighting. Your local Ace Hardware stores and GE Lighting can help. GE Lighting has replaced the ordinary incandescent bulb with the new Reveal bulb. Reveal bulbs make colors so crisp, clean, that you truly see the difference. Guaranteed. Reveal bulbs from GE Lighting at your local Ace Hardware. Ace, the helpful place.
National Auto Plaza at 108th South and State, where the used car disposal is happening through this weekend only. Warning. The following advertisement contains explicit savings, disgusting low prices, and unheard of terms. Announcing National Auto Plaza's urgent used car disposal. Utah's low price leader is seriously overstocked and needs to sell 300 vehicles by Tuesday, July 27th. Our loss is your gain. Shop from an incredible selection of coupes, mid-size trucks, economy pickups, 4x4s, extended cabs, sport utilities, family vans, and more. Best of all, they're priced way, and I mean way below market value. In fact, you could save up to $3,500. Unsold vehicles will be shipped off to auction on Tuesday, July 27th. So, I suggest you head down to National Auto Plaza at 108th South and State and save thousands today. Easy to find at 108th South and State. Enter at the giant American flag.
Scoreless ball game, Stingers and River Cats as we go to the 5th. It'll be Brian Gordon, Will Nieves, Jake Thrower, the bottom third of the order. 2 up to face right-hander Mike Ziegler. Brian lined to third, and Mike Edwards over there turned into a double play. So ready to go. First pitch to Brian. Breaking ball low, ball 1 to the left-hand batter. Our 5th inning, middle of the game reset of the Sacramento defensive alignment, courtesy of the Phone Directories Company. Freddie Bynum in left, Nick Swisher in center, Matt Watson in right. We'll give you the infield defense in just a moment as Mike Ziegler is ready to deliver the 1-0. Swung on, broken bat liner, hooking foul into the seats down the right field side. The count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. So Brian will head back to the dugout to pick up a new piece of lumber. Mike Edwards at third, Mike Rouse at short, Adam Morrissey at second, and Graham Kutz at first. Battery of Mike Ziegler pitching and Mike Rose catching. I guess Tony DeFrancesco, the Sacramento manager, just can't say, hey, Mike, there are 4 Mikes out of the 10 players in the lineup, counting the DH, through the swing and a chopper behind the bag at first and foul. They actually have 5 Mikes on the roster. The other is a catcher by the name of Mike Rivera. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to count on Brian Gordon leading off the 5th. No runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Stingers. 0-2-0 for the River Cats. Stingers have left 3 men on base, while the River Cats have stranded 5. Now the 1-2 to Gordon. Fastball high, ball 2. 2-2 the count on Brian. Brian in his 2nd season at the AAA level. Now Ziegler's pitch. Swung on and lifted in the air towards center. Swisher going back, still going back at the warning track and in front of the wall makes the catch for out number 1. As Brian gave it a ride, but he hit it to the deepest part of the yard here in Sacramento, and Nick Swisher was able to run it down for the first out of the inning. So 1 away. That'll bring up Will Nieves, who struck out swinging his first time up. And still looking for that base hit to give him a 13-game hitting streak. One out, bases empty. Nieves standing in. Now Ziegler starts his windup. The pitch. Swung on, and Nieves pops it up, shallow left. Routes the shortstop out. Bynum the left fielder in. Bynum makes the call and the catch for out number 2. 2 away. That'll bring up Jake Thrower, the second baseman. Thrower called out on strikes his first time up. Well, in this particular series, the Stingers have generated very little offense while getting great pitching for the most part. The Edmonton series in which they were swept, the offense was working, but not the pitching. Stingers just can't get the two together. There's Thrower taking outside of the knees, ball 1. They've given up 3, 5, and 3 runs in the series. There's a pitch strike, a fastball just in under the letters. That evens the count on Thrower at 1 ball and 1 strike. One and 1 the count on Jake with 2 outs and the bases empty here in the 5th. Pitch. Thrower slices one foul. Quickly into the crowd, third base side, 1-2 the count. Ziegler's retired 7 in a row since giving up the leadoff single to Zach Sorensen in the 3rd. Or I should say the 1-out single in the 3rd. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now Ziegler's pitch. Swinging a foul back off the top of the screen. Still 1-2. Zach Sorensen on deck. Outfield pretty much straight away. The pitch into the dirt. Thrower, he went around. Home plate umpire Brian Knight ringing him up, and that retires the side. Strikeout number 4 for Ziegler, number 6 for Sacramento pitching. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. Halfway through this scheduled 9-rounder, it's the Stingers nothing, Sacramento nothing on ESPN 1230.
Ogden Subaru's big summer inventory sell-down is now underway. During this big clearance, Ogden Subaru is offering discounts and savings up to $6,500 on remaining 04 models. To help introduce our award-winning new 05 models, Ogden Subaru is offering a special 39-month lease with a payment of only $269 per month on new 05 Outbacks. Payments on new Legacy sedans are set at $249 per month and only $199 per month on 05 Impreza RSs. To participate in these huge savings, all we need is your good credit and $3,000 in trade equity for cap reduction and upfront fees. As an extra bonus, during this big sale, Ogden Subaru pays your sales tax. These are new 05 Subarus, driven by what's inside. After 23 years in business, Ogden Subaru is undisputed the #1 dealer in customer satisfaction in northern Utah. Our low guaranteed prices are absolutely unbeatable. Don't miss this big summer sell-down. Be sure to shop Ogden Subaru before you buy. 3377 Wall Avenue.
After a 10-win season, a Liberty Bowl shutout of Southern Miss, and a top 25 ranking, you may think the University of Utah football team is satisfied. Well, Urban Meyer and the boys want to let you in on a little secret. You ain't seen nothing yet. Ain't seen nothing yet. You ain't seen nothing yet. So call 581-UTIPS for your season tickets because you ain't seen nothing yet.
The bottom of the fifth inning, still a 0-0 ball game. Mike Rouse, Freddie Bynum, Mike Edwards, the 9-1 and 2 hitters, due up to face left-hander Jake Woods. Stingers nothing, River Cats nothing. Our fifth inning, middle of the game reset of the Stingers defensive alignment coming up in just a moment. Mike Rouse, single to right field, his first time at bat. Now Woods ready to pitch. Outside, ball one, brought to you by the Phone Directories Company. Curtis Pride in left. Zach Sorensen in center. Brian Gordon in right. Here to the infield after the 1-0. Fastball slices the outside corner at the knees. A strike, 1-1. Alice McPherson at third. Alfredo Amezaga at short. Jake Thrower at second. And Alex Pelaez at first. The battery of Jake Woods pitching and Will Nieves catching. 1-1 offering. Fastball just a little bit low. 2-1. And the River Cats have been able to get the leadoff man on in each of the last 3 innings on 2 walks and a single. But have been unable to do anything with it. 2-1 pitch, swinging a ground ball right at the second baseman Thrower, who gobbles it up on the fourth hop and sidearms it over to first for the out. Rouse retired, 1 away to the top of the order now, and Freddie Bynum, who's 0 for 2. Grounded to second and fly deep to center field. So 1 out, nobody on here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Bynum, a left-hand batter, getting set to stand in. As Woods delivers. Swinging a ground ball, right side, backhanded by Pelaez. The underhand lead toss to Woods, and he just gets to the bag ahead of Bynum for the out. Bynum thought he won the race, but first base umpire Frank Coughlin said no, and the umpires in the green seats are voicing their displeasure. So 2 out and nobody on for Mike Edwards. Time now to find out who's hot and who's cold at the PCL. Brought to you by your Bryant Heating and Cooling dealers. Keep cool this summer and warm next winter. Visit any of your Utah area Bryant Heating and Cooling dealers. Tony DeFrancesco's argument over at first base comes to an end. No avail. Edwards 1 for 2 as he comes to the plate. Dave Doster had 3 hits for Fresno today in their 9-0 win over Edmonton, so he extends his season best hitting streak to 28 straight games, longest hitting streak in the minor leagues this year. Pitch a curveball into the dirt, backhanded by the catcher Nieves, ball 1. Ties him with Carlos Lee of the White Sox for the longest hitting streak in organized baseball this year. The 1-0 pitch, foul back, 1-1. Team-wise, again, Portland has won 8 in a row coming into tonight's game. Edmonton's won 8 of 10. Those are the hot teams. On the cold side, the Stingers have lost 7 in a row. There's a pitch. Edwards lifting it down the right field line, heading towards the corner. Back is Brian Gordon near the corner, and he makes the catch to retire the side. Not a whole lot of room in foul territory down there, but there was enough for him to make the grab. 3 up, 3 down go the River Cats in the fifth. And after 5, it's the Stingers nothing and Sacramento nothing on ESPN 1230.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
Starting for your locally owned grocery store, Andy Goodwill.
Regarded as the top customer service clerk in the country, Andy Goodwill is a first-team all-star selection as a provider of only the best service to shoppers at any of the associated food stores, including Acres, Peterson's, Macy's, and others across the Wasatch Front. As region MVP, Goodwill set records for happy customers, satisfied shoppers, and stunning smiles. Goodwill chose Associated Food Stores because of its commitment to customer service and the impressive reputation of Western Family Products. For your family, only the best.
If you're looking for some great food, hey, go get fresh and get hot. Chocolate Mixer has the best food. Hey, go, we know you'll get a lot. Hey,
Discover the fresh taste of the Taco Maker. We fry our own taco shells and tortilla chips daily to make them crispy fresh. Our homemade salsas and sauces are the talk of the town. And our refried beans are made from scratch every morning. We use real ground beef and marinate tasty all-white meat chicken with our own marinade recipe. We're keeping it real with real Monterey cheddar cheeses. Hey, it's time you got a taste of the Taco Maker.
Get it fresh, get it hot. We know you'll get a lot. Hey!
Marinated chicken taco salads are the favorite meal at the Taco Maker. All white meat chicken marinated to perfection. Served in a lightly fried flour tortilla bowl with homemade refried beans, crisp lettuce, cheddar, and Monterey cheeses, fresh tomatoes, olives, and green onions. Make it low carb and we'll serve it on a plate.
Taco Maker, Taco Maker. Fresh, get it hot. Max made fresh.
Pretty good sized omelet to be built with the goose eggs on the board. It's 0-0 as we go to the sixth. It'll be Jack Sorensen, Alfredo Amezaga, Dallas McPherson due up to face right-hander Mike Ziegler. Sorensen 1 for 2, swings at the first pitch and slices one down the left field line. Twisting towards the corner, but going foul for strike one. No balls, 1 strike the count. Fingers with 4, hits the River Cats with 2. Time also to find out what else is happening under the lights tonight of the PCL as well as Major League Baseball. Brought to you by GE Lighting and the new Reveal Light Bulb. Check out the Reveal Bulb at your locally owned Ace Hardware store. Sorensen swings, lifts it in the air to deep right field. Watson going back, racing towards the edge of the track. He gives way to the center fielder Switzer, who in front of the warning track makes the catch for out number 1. So Sorensen retired, 1 away. That'll bring up Alfredo Amezaga, who's 1 for 2. Rounded out to second base, his last time up. Games in progress in the PCL through 4 in Las Vegas. The 51s lead Tucson 2-1. 7th inning at Albuquerque. The Isotopes lead New Orleans 6-1. And after 3, Tacoma leads at Portland 6-0. Ziegler ready. The pitch to Alfredo. He bunts, but right back on 1 hop to Ziegler. Not a good bunt at all. And it's an easy out on the toss to first for out number 2. Alfredo, good idea, but he bunted it sharply and on 1 hop right back to Ziegler on the mound. 2 away. That'll bring up Dallas McPherson, who singled and struck out in 2 plate appearances. Finals, Fresno made it 2 in a row over Edmonton, 9-0 the final. Omaha topped Memphis 5-3. Iowa outlasted Nashville 12-7. A couple of late big innings for Iowa. They actually trailed that ball game 7-1 going into the 6th, but the Cubs scored 3 in the 6th, 4 in the 7th, and 4 in the 9th. First pitch to McPherson, and it's foul back, strike 1. Colorado Springs knocked off Oklahoma 4-1. Former Stinger Mark Kroon with his 12th save. Andy Tracy with his 24th home run of the year to move into sole possession of 3rd of the PCL in that department. The American League, the only Major League game still going on through 5 in Seattle. The Mariners lead Oakland 2-0. Edgar Martinez with a 2-run hit in the first inning, the difference right now. Ziegler, the 0-1. McPherson swings and fouls it back into the screen, 0-2. Kansas City blasted Detroit 13-7, a pair of home runs for Mike Sweeney. Yankees shut out Blue Jays 1-0. They win it on a Ruben Sierra homer to straightaway center field in the bottom of the 9th. Now the 0-2. Bounces one in, 1-2 the count. Baltimore and Boston split 2. Melvin Mora with a pair of home runs in game 1 to lead Baltimore to an 8-3 win over the Red Sox. Boston takes the nightcap 4-0. Tim Wakefield with a 10-hit shutout. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count on McPherson. Ziegler winds the pitch. Swung on, hit in on the right field line, hooking into the corner, and that's a fair ball. Playing the carom is Watson. He has trouble picking it up, and Dallas is into second base with a stand-up double. A hooking line drive into the right field corner, just staying fair. We had to wait for the umpire's signal, as from our vantage point, that right field corner is a blind spot here at Raley Field. So the Stingers have a runner in scoring position with 2 out. That's the team's 5th hit of the night, the 2nd for McPherson. That'll bring up Adam Riggs, who's 0 for 2. Flight out to Watson in deep right his last time up. Michael Kadyr's 2-run homer in the bottom of the 8th gave the Twins a 7-5 win over Tampa Bay. keeping them in first by a half game over Chicago in the AL Central. The White Sox flank Cleveland for a second straight game, 3-0. Pitch, strike the knees, 0-1. Freddie Garcia with his fourth win and 5 decisions as a member of the White Sox. He beat CC Sabathia. Nikatsu with the save is 7th. 0-1 the count on Riggs. Now Ziegler ready to pitch. Curveball just a little bit low, 1-1. Over in the National League, St. Louis, Jason Marquis shuts out Milwaukee 4-0. Jim Edmonds with his 23rd home run of the year. Ben Sheets, the victim of little offensive support, drops to 9-7. Montreal beats the Mets at Shea 4-1. Atlanta gets a run in the bottom of the 10th inning to beat Pittsburgh 2-1. The 0-1 pitch to Riggs, swinging a ground ball to third. Edwards, to his left, has it. Goes to first, untargeted in time to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 runner left on base, and after 5.5 it's still Stingers nothing, Sacramento nothing on ESPN 1230.
If you need to lose 15, 20, even 50 pounds or more, then you need the powerful one-day diet, an amazing breakthrough that guarantees rapid weight loss without giving up your favorite foods, counting calories, or taking dangerous diet pills.
I'm Linda. I lost 10 pounds in 7 days. I was skeptical at first, but it's simple, easy, and it really works.
Hi, my name is Kelly. I lost 21 pounds in 37 days and 10 inches off my waist on the one-day diet. I couldn't believe it.
There now exists a bioactive weight loss compound so powerful, so effective, that it boosts your metabolism, burns stored fat, and helps you lose weight fast. The one-day diet is much too powerful for people that need to lose less than 15 pounds.
Hi, my name is Anna. I lost 27 pounds in 45 days. I've never tried anything like this. It's truly amazing.
Call now for your risk-free starter pack at 1-800-626-5182. One-day diet is 100% safe, natural, and guaranteed. Call toll-free 1-800-626-5182. That's 1-800-626-5182.
Golf pros agree. To lower your score, improve your short game. The best course for that is the Jordan River Par 3, located at 1200 North Redwood Road. The Jordan River Par 3 golf course is just minutes from downtown and playable in about an hour. It's the best place to develop your short iron, chipping, and putting skills. And it's just $6 for 9 holes. It's the best golf value around. Small groups and church outings are welcome with fantastic group discounts available. For tee times, call 533-4527. That's 533-4527 or visit slc-golf.com.
Now back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
We go to the 6th inning, and Mike Brumley has made his Connected Wireless call to the bullpen. Get connected, stay connected with Connected Wireless. Call 205-FREE for the location nearest you as right-hander Greg Jones comes on. For the 20th time this year, he's 1-2 with 2 saves and a 2.33 earned run average. BCL batting .242 against Greg, who's making his first appearance in this series. Nick Swisher will lead things off from the first pitch of the fastball high, ball 1. Jake Woods goes 5 innings, but he threw a lot of pitches, gave up just 2 hits, no runs. Walking 3 and striking out 3. The pitch to Swisher. Strike, a fastball and thigh high over the outside half of the plate. That evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jones so far this year, no runs, 1 hit allowed in 2 innings against Sacramento. Swisher on the 1-1 and pulls it on the ground foul at the first base side. 1-2 the count. Greg 6'2", 190 in his 8th year. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swisher, Dan Johnson, Graham Coots. 3 tough left-handed batters in this situation. The 3, 4, and 5 hitters for the River Cats against Greg Jones. Fastball, slider, changeup. 1-2 the count on Swisher. No score. Bottom of the 6th inning. Jones pitch. Slider low and inside. A ball, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, finishing up that scoreboard check. Didn't get to all the National League games. Florida outlasted Philadelphia 10-8. Carl Pavano picks up his 10th win. Armando Benitez his 33rd save with the Fighting Fish. 2-2 to Swisher. Swing and a foul. He just got a piece of the slider to stay alive. That one banging off the right foot of the catcher, Nieves. Moises Alou hit a pair of home runs as the Cubs blasted the Reds 13-2. Again, Greg Maddux picks up career win number 298 today. Now the 2-2 to Swisher. Fastball high, ball 3. Fills the count at 3-2. Both Cincinnati runs, solo homers by former Buzz catcher Javier Valentin. Dodgers scored 3 runs at the bottom of the 8th to rally past Colorado 4-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Jones payoff pitch to Swisher. Swung on, lifted in the air towards left. Pride drifting back, has plenty of room, and about 10 feet in front of the track, hauls it in for out number 1. So Swisher retired, 1 away. That'll bring up Dan Johnson, called out on strikes in the first. Wide out to right in the third. San Diego walloped San Francisco 9-4 as the Padres snapped Jason Schmidt's winning streak. David Wells, the winner, 6-5. Schmidt, the loser, 12-3. As the Padres now take over sole possession of second place in the National League West. First pitch to Johnson, and he pops it up. Left side of the infield, McPherson and Amezaga both there. Dallas calling for it and putting the squeeze on it for out number 2. So quickly 2 up, 2 down here in the Sacramento 6th. That'll bring up Graham Kuntz, who's been up twice and he has walked twice. Houston pounded Arizona 10-3. Pair of home runs for Carlos Beltran. One of the things continue to go sour for the Arizona Diamondbacks. I believe that's their 11th straight loss. First pitch to Kuntz. Change up over for a strike, 0-1, and more empty green seats at the Bank One ballpark in the Valley of the Sun. No balls, 1 strike on Kuntz. The pitch, low and outside, a ball, 1-1. Only time they get a lot of folks there is when Randy Johnson's pitching. 1 ball, 1 strike, the pitch. Strike. Change up on the outside corner at the belt, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count on Kuntz. Jones working quickly, the pitch. Low and outside, a ball, 2-2. Again, that infield shift is on. 3 players on the first base side of second base. Two balls, 2 strikes. Jones pitch. Wider, low again, ball 3. Fills the count on Kuntz at 3-2. Bottom of the 6th inning, a 0-0 game here in Sacramento. Huge gap in left center field. A payoff pitch. Sinks down low, ball 4, and Kuntz draws his 3rd walk of the night. That'll bring up Mike Rose, who's 0 for 2. He's flied to right and skied to center field. Sending Sorensen deep his last time up. Time now to check out the standings of the major leagues. Brought to you by your local Associated Food stores featuring Western family brands. Only the best will do for you at Associated Food stores in the American League right now. The Yankees lead the Red Sox by 8.5 games. Minnesota leads Chicago by a half game in the Central. Cleveland's fallen 6 back. Detroit 7 out. Pitch on the way. A fastball low to Rose, ball 1. A switch hitter batting to the left side now against the right-hander Jones. Texas leads Oakland by 3, Anaheim by 5. The A's can flip-flop a half game either way depending on what they do at Seattle tonight. 1-0 pitch to Rose. Swung on and fouled back. That one heading up into one of the sweeps to our left. 1-1 to count on Mike Rose. National League, the Phillies and Braves are tied for first in the East. Florida 2 back. The Mets trail by 3. Cardinals have a 10-game lead over second place Chicago in the National League Central. The Dodgers lead the Padres by 2.5 and the Giants by 3.5 in the National League West. Now the 1-1 pitch to Rose. Swing and a miss at a fastball, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count on Rose. Padres actually lead, I believe, the wild card race over in the National League. By a game over the Giants, 2 over the Cubs, 3 over the Phillies, 3.5 over the Reds. 1-2 pitch. Rose swings and chops one foul. First base side, still 1-2. Marlins 5 out, Brewers 5.5 back, the Astros and Mets 6 out. In the American League, Oakland in a virtual tie with Boston in the wild card race, depending on what the A's do today, with the White Sox a half game out, the Angels 2 back. 1-2 the count on Rose. Kuntz to lead first, the pitch. Swung on and popped up. Near third base, McPherson behind the bag in fair territory. Makes the catch to retire the side. Staggers a bit but stays with it. No runs, no hits, a walk, and 1 runner left on the base pass. 3.6 here in Sacramento. It's still the Stingers nothing and the River Cats nothing on ESPN 1230.
Starting for your locally owned grocery store, Andy Goodwill.
Regarded as the top customer service clerk in the country, Andy Goodwill is a first-team all-star selection as a provider of only the best service to shoppers at any of the associated food stores, including Acres, Peterson's, Macy's, and others across the Wasatch Front. As region MVP, Goodwill set records for happy customers, satisfied shoppers, and stunning smiles. Goodwill chose associated food stores because of its commitment to customer service and the impressive reputation of Western Family Products. For your family, only the best.
Ogden Subaru's big summer inventory sell-down is now underway. During this big clearance, Ogden Subaru is offering discounts and savings up to $6,500 on remaining 04 models. To help introduce our award-winning new 05 models, Ogden Subaru is offering a special 39-month lease with a payment of only $269 per month on new 05 Outbacks. Payments on new Legacy sedans are set at $249 per month and only $199 per month on 05 Impreza RSs. To participate in these huge savings, all we need is your good credit and $3,000 in trade equity for cap reduction and upfront fees. As an extra bonus, during this big sale, Ogden Subaru pays your sales tax. These are new 05 Subarus, driven by what's inside. After 23 years in business, Ogden Subaru is undisputed the #1 dealer in customer satisfaction in northern Utah. Our low guaranteed prices are absolutely unbeatable. Don't miss this big summer sell-down. Be sure to shop Ogden Subaru before you buy. 3377 Wall Avenue.
Now, back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
Well, we head to the 7th inning. It's still a 0-0 ball game. The Stingers will have Curtis Pride, Alex Pelaez, and Brian Gordon due up to face right-hander Mike Ziegler here in the 7th inning. Stingers with 5 hits, the River Cats with 2. Curtis Pride to start it off. He struck out swinging in the first and grounded out to the second baseman Morrissey in the 4th. So Curtis Pride, the batter, against Mike Ziegler. Don't forget to be on the lookout each and every game for the Geico Insurance Run of the Game. First time the Stingers extend a lead after the 5th inning, that's the Geico Insurance Run. Rex Olson, your local Geico rep, will donate $10 to the Air Force Fund as Pride takes a strike down the middle, 0-1. So far, there have been 27 this year, making the total donation $270. No balls, 1 strike the count on Pride, who's hit safely in 4 straight games coming into this one. Now the 0-1. Swinging and a miss at a fastball, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Shane Halter indicating to the Angels website reporter that it's not likely that he'll come to Salt Lake because the Angels want him to play for the Stingers for a month and then get a September call-up. But Halter says, I have nothing to prove in AAA, so it's unlikely that we'll see him, although it's still a possibility. 0-2 pitch, fastball. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. Ziegler painting the corner just above the knees as he records the 7th strikeout for the River Cats in the game, number 5 for Ziegler. 1 out here in the 7th. That'll bring up Alex Pelaez, who has singled and grounded out to third. Been a lot of movement today around baseball. Diamondbacks recall pitcher Edgar Gonzalez from Tucson, optioning pitcher Brian Bruni back to the sidewinders. Breaking ball strike in the outside corner at the knees. 0-1. I don't know that I've ever seen Brian Knight, the home plate umpire, have as big a strike zone as he's had tonight, but he's been consistent. Must be on a 6 a.m. flight tomorrow. 0-1 pitch on the way. Pelaez taps it foul up the third base side, of the count's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Twins have activated first baseman and former Buzzman Doug Mitkevich off the disabled list. Now Ziegler winds the 0-2. Low with a curveball, 1-2 the count. Montreal activates pitcher Zach Day from the disabled list, optioning left-hander Scott Downs back to the Edmonton Trappers. Now Ziegler ready, the 1-2. Swing and a miss and a breaking ball in the dirt. Drop third strike. The catcher Rose applies the tag for the out. 2 up, 2 down. That'll bring up Brian Gordon, who is lined out and flied out in 2 plate appearances. For his former Stingers manager, Gary Templeton, managing the Gary South Shore Railcats of the Independent Northern League. And he's got a former Stinger on the team as he activated outfielder Juan Tolentino off the disabled list. Both Gary and Juan with the Stingers in 2001, the first year of the Stingers franchise and affiliation with Anaheim. Now Ziegler ready to pitch. Down low for ball 1-0. This recent skid has put the Salt Lake franchise now 3 games below 500 in the Angels era. 1-0 pitch. Gordon takes a strike right down the middle, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. After winning records the first 2 years, not been the same the last 2. Gordon on the 1-1, listed in the air towards left. Freddie Bynum, the left fielder, camped underneath it, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. 3 up and 3 down go the Stingers in the 7th. 7th inning stretch time here in the California capital, brought to you by Upper Limit Fitness, now in 3 locations: Salt Lake, Orem, and Layton. Upper Limit Fitness will help you stretch a little further. After 6.5, it's still the Stingers nothing, Sacramento nothing on ESPN 1230.
You asked for it. Now at Upper Limit Fitness, we're pleased to announce that our new clearance zone is in all 3 of our stores. The Upper Limit Clearance Zone is a store within a store, bursting at the seams with fantastic savings on new and used quality fitness equipment. You'll discover unbelievable savings on strength equipment, treadmills, bikes, free weights, and gyms. You'll find reconditioned exercise equipment with factory warranty, special deals on benches and bikes, dumbbell racks up to 70% off, Olympic 300-pound sets with base and weights as low as $119, with weight plates for under 30 cents a pound. Our clearance zone is a great place to save on quality fitness equipment, new and used, demos and odds and ends. Check out the great deals on top quality treadmills, bikes, home gyms, and free weights, all at huge clearance zone discounts. Come into any Upper Limit location and look for the clearance zone sign and get ready to save. Upper Limit Fitness, 815 West 2400 South in Salt Lake, 1345 South State in Orem, and at the corner of Antelope and Hillfield Road in Layton.
Baseball is full of colors. The Reds, the White Sox, the big green monster. No sport has more to do with color than baseball. The other place color is key is in cars. If your bumper's scratched, dented, or torn, it takes away from its value. That's where Den Pro Colors comes along. Den Pro Colors offers on-site service. They have the latest technology in color matching, and they guarantee their work. So call 877-DEN-PRO. That's 877-DEN-PRO. Den Pro Colors, automotive excellence.
Now, back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
Well, we go to the 7th inning. Stingers and the River Cats are scoreless, and it'll be the bottom third of the order due up for the River Cats. Matt Watson, Adam Morrissey. And Mike Rouse. Against Greg Jones, who begins his 2nd inning of relief. First pitch fastball to Watson, misses high. Ball 1. 1-0 the count. Watson is fly to left and struck out swinging. Now the pitch. Swung on and driven into deep right center field. Sorensen going back. It's up there, it's out there, and it's gone. A home run for Matt Watson, and it's 1-0 Sacramento. A rocket hit over the 380 sign in right center field. Sorensen took a couple of steps back and then watched it sail over the fence. And so the River Cats draw first blood. It's 1-0. So Watson with his 13th homer and his 67th run batted in. It's a breaking ball low, ball 1 to Adam Morrissey, who's 0 for 2. That's just the third hit of the ball game for Sacramento. Here's a pitch, lined, and it's down the left field line, a fair ball. Rolling towards the corner. Curtis Pride giving chase. Morrissey around first, on his way to second with a double. His 22nd of the year. And after a strong 6th inning, Greg Jones has given up a homer and a double here in the 7th. That'll bring up Mike Rouse, who's 1 for 2. Single to right in the 3rd and grounded out to second his last time up in the 5th inning. The runner at second base. Nobody out. Stingers now trailing in the ball game 1-0. The pitch, one attempt and fouled over the screen behind home plate. Strike 1. Again, that was Watson's 13th home run of the year, his 4th against Salt Lake. So Morrissey at second base, nobody out. Jones ready, the 0-1. Showing bunt Rouse as he spins out of the way, but inside breaking ball 1-1. Activity in the Stingers bullpen as a right-hander is up. Looks like Derek Turnbow throwing in the bullpen. 1 ball, 1 strike on Rouse. Jones delivers. Rouse butts it foul behind home plate, and the count's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Shortstop Alfredo Amezaga behind the runner Morrissey at second. The 1-2 pitch, swinging the ground ball right side. Thrower to his left has it, but Jones late covering first as Pelaez went after a ball he had no chance to get. It'll go as an infield single, and now the River Cats have a chance to break it open as they have runners at first and third with nobody out. Thrower going to his left to flag it down, but once he got to it, he had no one to throw to. Jones unable to get over there, and Pelaez had strayed too far off the bag in trying to get to that ball. So now all this damage has been done by the bottom of the order. Now here's the leadoff hitter, Freddie Bynum, who's 0 for 3. Grounded out to Pelaez at first his last time up. Infield double play depth, even though they would give up a run if that they can turn 2, and Bynum's tough to turn 2 against. Swings at the first pitch, a fastball, and he fouls it back to the screen for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike the count. One to nothing River Cats here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Now Jones ready, the 0-1. Bynum swings, grounds one up the middle. Amezaga's got it, steps on second, throws to first, and gets the double play. Morrissey does score. No run batted in for Bynum, but it's now 2-0 in favor of the River Cats. So 6-3 on the double play. Of course, no run batted in. But it's 2-0 Sacramento with 2 outs and the bases empty. That'll bring up Mike Edwards. Edwards 1 for 3. So 2 runs across. First pitch in for a strike, 0-1. Next pitch, swing and a foul into the glove of the catcher, Nieves, and the count's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes the count on Edwards. 2-0 Sacramento now here in the bottom of the 7th. Now the 0-2. Swing and a miss at a fastball. He struck him out, and that retires the side, but the damage has been done. 2-run score on 3 hits. No errors, nobody left on the base paths. We go to the 8th. It's now Sacramento 2 and the Stingers nothing on ESPN 1230.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers. ESPN 1230 AM. KKQS Murray, Salt Lake City. This is ESPN Radio AM 1230. Worldwide leader in sports. A Citadel Broadcasting Station.
Spring is here, and that means shorter nights. But just because there's more daylight doesn't mean you don't still need better everyday lighting. Your local Ace Hardware stores and GE Lighting can help. GE Lighting has replaced the ordinary incandescent bulb with the new Reveal bulb. Reveal bulbs make colors so crisp, clean, that you truly see the difference. Guaranteed. Reveal bulbs from GE Lighting at your local Ace Hardware. Ace, the helpful place.
After a successful 4th of July, Porter's is fully restocked and ready for the 24th of July. So why get stung by firework outlets that double the price and then claim it's buy one, get one free? There may be other fireworks stores, but there's only one Porter's Fireworks, just off the first exit in nearby Evanston, Wyoming. The granddaddy of all fireworks stores guarantees the absolute best prices and selection, as well as precise explanations by their highly trained staff on everything from Roman candles and artillery shells for a stay in Wyoming, or fountains and cones for a return home to Utah, and all without double price get one free gimmicks. Why pay double just to get one free? Instead, go to the Fireworks Champions, Porter's Fireworks, voted best fireworks store for 12 straight years. Just look for the big red and white building right along the first I-80 exit in nearby Evanston, Wyoming. And don't confuse Porter's with the Ghost, Cat, or Clown fireworks stores, because at Porter's Fireworks, we don't sell and tell. Porter's Fireworks, we celebrate America.
Trailing 2-0 now as we go to the 8th inning. Will Nieves possibly his last shot at extending his hitting streak to 13 games. He continued it with a base hit in his last at-bat yesterday to 12 games. He takes a strike from Mike Ziegler, 0-1. Ziegler's allowed just 3 hits in the 6 innings he's worked since coming in for Chris Hammond. Now the 0-1. Davis flares one to shallow right. Watson coming on, playing that way, and he makes the shoulder high grab for out number 1. Davis retired, 1 away. That'll bring up Jake Proer, who's been up twice, and he has struck out twice. I'm starting to run out on the Stingers in this one. Stingers baseball on this Thursday night in Sacramento. The pitch. Thrower swings and lifts it in the air towards right center field. The right fielder Watson drifting back over and under, makes the catch for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down. That'll bring up Zach Sorensen, who's 1 for 3. Single to center, stole second, advanced to third on a ground up, but was stranded there in the 3rd inning. Stingers baseball brought to you in part by Jake's Over the Top. Jake's and Taco Maker has the best fun this summer going for it. Go into the Taco Maker or Jake's to enter to win summer prizes, concert tickets, Stinger game tickets, lagoon passes, and more. Strike in the outside corner at the knees to Sorensen, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike the count. Edwards in close at third. The pitch. Sorensen takes off speed and over at the knees. A strike, and it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to count. Now the pitch. Outside at the knees, a ball, 1-2 the count on Sorensen. Stingers were shut out in the first game of this series. 3-0. and scored 6 runs total in the series. Ground ball fair inside the third base bag and down the left field line, and Sorensen going to second slides in safely with a double. He literally threw his bat at the ball, got solid contact on it, and grounded it just inside the third base bag out of the reach of the third baseman Edwards. So Sorensen picks up his 8th double. Stingers have their 6th hit. That'll bring up Alfredo Amezaga as the potential game-tying run. Alfredo 1 for 3. Outfield cheating in a bit for Amezaga. Sorensen at second base, 2-0 Sacramento here in the top of the 8th. Now Ziegler ready. And time called as the catcher Rose goes out to talk things over with Ziegler and get on the same page. Boy, Sorensen just literally threw his bat at that ball, the outside corner of the plate, and made solid enough contact to get it past Edwards down the third baseline. Gives the Stingers a chance with a 2-out hit to get on the board. Pitch to Alfredo, breaking ball into the dirt. Gets away from Rose, and that will move Sorensen to third. 1 ball to count on Alfredo. Ball in the dirt. Rose went down to block it, but somehow it got through the 5-hole. It is a wild pitch on Ziegler, and that for Ziegler is his 3rd of the season. So 1 ball to count on Amezaga, the pitch. Swung on, line drive, right field, base hit, drops in front of Matt Watson. Hit to score is Sorensen. It's a 2-1 ball game as Amezaga drops a sinking liner in front of Matt Watson in right. Watson seemed a little indecisive as to whether or not he should go after it, but he decided to pull up, and it dropped in front of him, bounced off his chest, but not far enough away for Alfredo to take an extra base. As Tony DeFrancesco, the Sacramento manager, makes his way out to the mound. And that's going to be all for Mike Ziegler, as he's got a lefty in the bullpen ready to face Dallas McPherson. And we have ourselves another connected wireless call to the bullpen. We'll give you the numbers on the new Sacramento pitcher after this on ESPN 1230.
Boy, don't you love it when a car guy tries to handle credit? Well, that's really big of him, ain't it? All applications accepted.
It's not what we know that hurts. It's what we know that ain't so that stings.
Welcome to the Mark Marine Minute, your no-nonsense answers to your car buying and credit questions.
My car dealership is focused on all the important details of your credit and car purchase. Getting pre-approved. Here's what to expect with a pre-approval. The bank scores out your application. What is important to the score is time on the job, time in the area, the money you make, the money you have going out. The bank goes to the credit side, and there's a plus for the good and a minus for the bad. The point total of your score puts you in a column of finance, and that column tells you up front all the conditions of your loan.
Wow. Call Marine Credit Systems now at 467-9980. Marine Credit Systems, 467-9980. 467-9980.
Left-hander Ron Flores comes in here in the top of the 8th inning. He inherits the potential tying run at first with 2 outs. Stingers with a double and a single after the first 2 batters were retired to produce a run. Ron Flores making his 40th appearance of the year for the River Cats. Flores has won 4 and lost 3 with a 3.13 earned run average. The PCL batting .268 against Flores, who got the win here last night. Can't close the books on Ziegler. He's responsible for the man on first. Flores, 1 win, 1 loss in 8 previous appearances against the Stingers. Alfredo at first, the perfect 7 out of 7 in the stolen base department this year. As McPherson comes to the plate, he's 2 for 3. Doubled his last time up as he hooked a line drive into the right field corner for 2 bases. The Stingers trailing by a run now at 2-1. The left-hander Flores ready. The pitch. Breaking ball, strike on the inside corner at the belt, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike the count. McPherson did not face Flores last night. Dallas with the night off. 1 strike the count on the left-hand batter. Now Flores pitch. Fastball high, and that evens the count at 1-1. Flores, 5'11", 190 in his 5th year out of USC. 29th round draft pick of Oakland. Outfield deep and around towards right for Dallas. 1 ball, 1 strike. Amezaga the lead at first. Flores with a move over, and Alfredo's back in, standing up. One and 1 the count on McPherson. Flores, the glance towards Alfredo at first, the 1-1 pitch. Slider just misses outside of the knees, ball 2. McPherson started after it, but held up in time. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. Prior to his 2 hits tonight, Dallas was 0 for 8 in this series. 2-1 River Cats here in the 8th. Tying run at first, 2 out for Salt Lake. Now Flores ready. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss as he pulled the string and had McPherson out in front of it. The count's even at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Again, the Stingers and Portland tomorrow night. 7 o'clock game time at Franklin Covey Field. It'll be right-hander Chris Butchek for the Stingers against righty Dennis Tankersley for Portland. Move to first, and Amezaga's back. First return to Franklin Covey Field for former Buzz star Brian Buchanan since the 2000 season, as he was just optioned a couple of days ago back to Portland from the San Diego Padres. I believe he's reported. Now the 2-2 to McPherson. Breaking ball just a little bit low, and that fills the count at 3-2. So that means Amezaga's automatically on the move with the pitch at first base. Francesco, normally in a situation like this, the first baseman might play off the bag to keep him close, or play off the bag knowing he's going anyway, but Francesco quickly on the top step of the dugout telling Graham Cooch to still hold him on at first base. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Flores pitch. There goes Alfredo swinging a ground ball foul in between the coach's box and the bag at first. His net man swings, it misses at the foul ball. It skips off the railing. They haven't had a whole lot of chances here in Sacramento. Again, not a lot of foul territory down there. Three balls, 2 strikes the count on McPherson with Adam Riggs on deck. Now Flores ready. Again the move to first, and Amezaga's back. Trying to see if Alfredo might try to cheat a little bit and head out to second base early, but Alfredo able to get back easily now, asks for time. Time back in. Flores ready. There goes Alfredo. The pitch, swing and a miss, and a slider in the dirt. He struck him out, and that retires the side. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 runner was left on the base path. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's now Sacramento 2, the Stingers 1 on ESPN 1230.
KJQS Murray, Salt Lake City. This is ESPN Radio AM 1230. Worldwide news, sports, a Citadel Broadcasting station. That is the sound of your business information matrix, the complex network of connectivity that exists between your computers, digital copiers, printers, and fax machines. It's how information and documentation move within your business. How it performs affects your bottom line, for better or worse.
Nobody understands the importance of a smooth-running business information matrix like automated business products. ABP specializes in designing custom document solutions to meet the needs of your matrix. As Salt Lake's premier dealer of Savin, Ricoh, and Kyocera business equipment, ABP can implement the world's foremost office technology for you today. And ABP's crack service technicians will keep every machine in your matrix working like the day it was installed. Automated business products, increasing your productivity and profitability. Look for us in the white pages or at abpweb.com.
Keep up and running with Winter Fix support this season. Winter Fix is going on right now at Butters Tractors in Tremont. It's the perfect time to take care of all your postseason equipment maintenance and repairs. You'll receive valuable discounts on the parts and services you need to get ready for the upcoming season, including New Holland batteries, spoils, and filters. Plus, when you see the New Holland plan for a minimum $1,000 purchase of genuine New Holland parts and service, you'll make no payments and pay no interest until February 2003. Hurry into Butters Tractors in Tremont today for Winter Fix savings, subject to credit qualifications.
Now, back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
We go to the bottom of the eighth inning. Right-hander Derek Turnbow now comes on to pitch for the Stingers here in the eighth inning. And for Derek, this will be his 30th appearance of the year, his 29th out of the bullpen. Derek has won 1 and lost 4 with 2 saves. And an earned run average of 4.75. The PCL batting .267 against right-hander Derek Turnbow. Greg Jones, 2 innings of work, 3 hits allowed, 2 runs, both earned. 1 strikeout, no walks, and right now he would be on the line for the loss if the Stingers don't rally in the 9th inning. Nick Swisher, the batter, 0 for 2 plus a walk, swings at the first pitch and pops it up. Shallow left, angling towards the foul line, and in foul territory, McPherson and Ameziga both there, and it drops. Alfredo looked like he was ready to catch it, and then Dallas McPherson bumped into him. And the ball squirted free. They're just going to call it no play, and it's 1 strikeout Swisher who gets a new lease on life. No balls, 1 strike the count on Swisher as Turnbow faces the 3, 4, and 5 hitters. In the lineup, here's a swing and a line drive, left center field, Pride on the run, slides, gets his glove on it, and it bounces off his mitt. Rolls to the wall, Sorensen there to back it up. Here comes Swisher for third, the throw way offline. And Swisher's at third with nobody out. They're going to give him a triple. His first of the year as Pride tried to make the sliding catch. It went off the heel of his glove, bounced over his left shoulder, rolled to the wall. Zach Sorensen there to back it up, chased it down, and his throw to third was way offline. So Swisher's at third with nobody out. It should be 1 out and nobody on. After the pop foul was messed up. That's the way things have gone lately. First pitch fastball to Johnson, outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Now Turnbow ready to pitch. Check swing on a changeup that's over for a strike, and the count's even at 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 the count on Johnson. Now Turnbow ready to pitch. Into the dirt, a slider, good stop by the catcher Nieves, sliding across to his right. The count's 2-1. Turnbow last worked here in the first game of the series on Monday. Gave up 200 runs on 2 hits in 3 innings, and he walked 4 batters. 2 balls, 1 strike, the pitch. Line, but right at the second baseman thrower, who makes the bell high catch for out number 1. Johnson with a screamer, but right at Jake Thrower for the out. 1 away. That'll bring up Graham Coots, who's been up 3 times, and he has walked 3 times. So far this year, Kuntz has faced Turnbull 3 times. He's 2 for 3. The pitch. Fastball outside, ball 1. 1-0 the count with Mike Rose on deck. Now Turnbull ready, the 1-0. Long on line, left center field. Pride coming over, makes the basket catch. Tagging at third, Swisher. He scores easily. It's a sacrifice fly and a run batted in for Graham Kuntz. And the River Cats have their 2-run lead back at 3-1. And unfortunately for Derek, since no error was charged on the muff pop foul, he is charged with an earned run. The 2 outs and nobody on base. And the batter will be Mike Rose. Turnbull ready. The pitch. A little bit low, ball 1. In the 9th for the Stingers, it'll be Riggs, Pride, and Pelaez due up. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch. Low for a ball, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes to count. 3-1 Sacramento. We're here in the 8th. If they don't score any more runs, it would be the 3rd time in this series the River Cats have been held to 3 runs, but they could wind up winning all games unless the Stingers rally in the 9th. Rose swings. It's a 1-hopper to first. Backhanded by Pelaez. He'll take it 3 steps to the bag. For the out, that retires the side. 1 run, 1 hit. No errors, nobody left. We go now to the top of the 9th. It's Sacramento 3, the Stingers 1 on ESPN 1230.
KJQS Murray, Salt Lake City. Will play a little bit harder. This is the ESPN Radio AM 1230. A little bit better. Worldwide leader in sports. A Citadel Broadcasting station.
With the 4th of July, the 24th of July, Stingers games, and the Rocky Mountain Review going on, how could July get any hotter? Easy, with the Ace Summer Sizzlin' Sale. Your local Ace Hardware dealers have some of their best savings on Ace brand products going on right now. Get an Ace brand rake or an Ace brand round point shovel for just $8.99. An Ace brand cushion grip spray nozzle with soft vinyl grip is Ace brand priced at $4.99. It's all Ace brand all July with super savings throughout the entire store. It's the Ace Hardware Summer Sizzlin' July Sale, and it's only at your locally owned Ace Hardware dealers. You can find the Ace dealer nearest you by logging on to acehardware.com. Ace Hardware and Ace brand products, the coolest thing going in Utah this summer. Ace, the healthful place.
A new 101.9 Pop FM.
This hour of nonstop pop brought to you by Associated Food Stores. Pop in and find the Western Family Food Specials. It's all at your neighborhood Associated Food Stores. More nonstop pop coming up.
At the new 101.9 Pop FM, Utah's pop music channel.
Save money on DVDs when you buy them at Blockbuster. Right now, all previously viewed DVDs, including Gangs of New York and Adaptation, are 25% off the already low prices. Details at participating stores.
Now, back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
All right, we go to the 9th inning. Stingers now in a situation where they need 2 runs. To tie the game, it'll be Adam Riggs, Curtis Pride, and Alex Pelaez to face right-hander Britt Reams. 5 saves on the season, and 3 of them have come against Salt Lake, including in the first 2 games of this series. Overall, Britt making his 24th appearance. He's 1-3 with a 3.26 earned run average. The PCL batting .252 against Britt Reams. Final line on Mike Ziegler, 6 2/3 innings. 5 hits, 1 run allowed. 6 strikeouts, no walks, and a wild pitch. Ron Flores struck out the only batter he faced. So Adam Riggs 0 for 3 to lead it off. He bounced out to third his last time up. ready to go here in the ninth. Britt Reams to come to the stretch with nobody on base. The pitch to Riggs. Swinging a one-hopper back to the hill. Flagged down by Reams. The turn of the toss. One pitch, one out. That'll bring up Curtis Pride, who's 0 for 3 with a pair of strikeouts. So he's 0 for 3. One out, nobody on base here for the River Cats. First pitch, fastball outside, ball one. Bynum, Swisher, Watson, and left, center, and right. Edwards, Rouse, Morrissey, and Coates, the infield third to first. A battery of Reams pitching and Rose catching. 1 ball, no strikes the count on Curtis Pride. Stingers need one batter to reach base to bring the tying run to the plate. Pitch, swing, and a fastball and a foul back, and that evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors for Sacramento. 1 run, 7 hits, and no errors for the Stingers. Now the right-hander ready. Reams with a 1-1 pitch to Pride. 6 low and outside, a ball, 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike. The outfield pretty much straight away. The pitch, swing, and a miss to the sinker. 2-2, the count on Curtis Pride. With Alex Pelaez due next. Stingers need 2 batters to reach base to give Will Nieves one more shot at extending his hitting streak to 13 games. Two balls, 2 strikes. Now Reams pitch. Pride takes low and inside, a ball, 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes. Stingers need a base runner here. Now Reams ready. 3-2 payoff pitch. Outside with a fastball, he walked him. That is the first free pass issued by a River Cat pitcher in this ball game. So Pride at first base with 1 out for Alex Pelaez, who has singled, grounded to third, and struck out swinging. As that insurance run that the River Cats got in the bottom of the 8th looms large. Infield double play depth with Edwards guarding the line at third. Pelaez swings, tries to punch it to right, but gets underneath it and lifts it into shallow right. Watson, the right fielder, coming on, makes the catch for out number 2. So now it's up to Brian Gordon, who is lined out, fly to center and sky to left. He's 0 for 3. Once again, the Stingers down to their last out. Two out, a runner at first base. The outfield deep, the infield back. They're holding the runner Pride out at first, even though it's a 2-run lead. The pitch, curveball, strike on the inside corner above the knees, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. On left-handed hitting, Brian Gordon. Now Reams ready. The pitch. Strike. A fastball on the outside corner at the knees. 0-2. And the Stingers are 1 strike away from the franchise's first ever 8-game losing streak. The Fans in Sacramento rising to their feet for the 0-2 pitch to Gordon. Low and outside, blocked for the catcher, LaRose, sliding across to his left. 1-2 the count. The outfield deep all the way around. They don't want anything to get by them in the gap that would put the tying run into scoring position. The 1-2 pitch to Gordon on the way. He struck him out swinging, and the ball game is over. Good curveball by Britt Reams, and the River Cats have swept the series. In the ninth for the Stingers, no runs, no hits, no errors, and one runner left on the base pass. The final score here tonight at Raley Field, the Sacramento River Cats 3 and the Salt Lake Stingers 1. We'll be back with the 10th inning show next on ESPN 1230.
This has been Salt Lake Stingers baseball. Stay tuned for a complete wrap-up of tonight's game. The 10th inning show is coming up next on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
Starting for your locally owned grocery store, Andy Goodwill.
Regarded as the top customer service clerk in the country, Andy Goodwill is a first-team all-star selection as a provider of only the best service to shoppers at any of the associated food stores, including Acres, Peterson's, Macy's, and others across the Wasatch Front. As region MVP, Goodwill set records for happy customers, satisfied shoppers, and stunning smiles. That's right, with an average of 4.3 smiles per customer, a whopping 5.7 bags per order, and a lightning 11 seconds per price check, Goodwill is setting new standards for grocery stores everywhere. Recruited by all of the nation's top grocers, Goodwill chose Associated Food Stores because of its commitment to customer service and the impressive reputation of Western Family products. To meet Andy Goodwill or any of his teammates, visit any of the Associated Food Stores throughout Utah. For your family, only the best.
The game is over, and the fans are leaving the ballpark. It's time now for the 10th inning show. A complete wrap-up of tonight's game with a look at the rest of the Pacific Coast League and Major League Baseball. This is the 10th inning show on ESPN 1230 AM. Now let's go back to the ballpark with the voice of the Stingers, Steve Klauke.
Welcome back to Sacramento, where the River Cats finish off the Stingers in a 4-game series sweep tonight by a final score of 3-1. The totals in the ball game for Sacramento: 3 runs on 6 hits, no errors, and 6 runners left on base. For the Stingers, 1 run on 7 hits, no errors, and 6 runners left on base. The winning pitcher, Mike Ziegler, now 2-2. The loser, Greg Jones, drops to 1-3. Britt Reams, with a scoreless 9th inning, records his 6th save of the year. Time of the game, 2 hours, 23 minutes. So the paid attendance, 11,214. They saw the teams battle to a scoreless draw through 6.5 innings. The fans had just barely settled back into their seats after the 7th inning stretch when Matt Watson hit a ball halfway up the berm over the 380 side in right center field to put the River Cats ahead 1-0. As he homered off of Greg Jones, they would get another run off of Greg in the 7th to make it a 2-0 ball game. Stingers, though, would get 1 run back in the 8th inning. A 2-out double by Zach Sorensen, a wild pitch by Ziegler, and an RBI single by Amezaga would make it a 2-1 ball game. But the River Cats got an insurance run as Nick Swisher got an extended at bat when Dallas McPherson and Alfredo Amezaga bumped in foul territory, allowing the ball to drop that should have been caught. And then Swisher hit the sinking liner that Curtis Pride tries to make the sliding catch on. It goes off his glove, rolls all the way to the wall. Swisher ending up at third, and with 1 out, scores on a sacrifice fly by Graham Kuntz. The Stingers get a 1-out walk to the 9th to Curtis Pride, bringing the tying run to the plate. But Elias flies out, and Brian Gordon strikes out to end the ball game and give Sacramento the win here tonight. The River Cats win the season series 11 games to 5, which obviously is tough to begin with, but remember the Stingers at one time led this series 4-1 back in April. The River Cats now 59-40 overall the year, and the Stingers 37-61. Again, the first time the franchise has ever been 24 games below 500, and the first time that they have ever lost 8 consecutive games. Time now for tonight's impossible defensive play of the game, brought to you by the Gus Paulus Auto Group. And to be quite honest with you, nothing in particular really stood out, but if there was anything, it was Brian Gordon fighting his way into the right field corner into foul territory, which there is very little. But he got there, got to the wall, and made the catch to record an out back in the 5th inning. A tough play, but Brian Gordon made it. And that was tonight's impossible defensive play of the game, brought to you by the Gus Paulus Auto Group. For the best deals on an American Revolution of Chevy cars and trucks, visit Gus Paulus Chevrolet at 35th South, 40th West. With Gus, anything is possible. Stingers fall to the River Cats tonight by a final score of 3-1. We'll check out the other scores around baseball next on ESPN 1230.
After a successful 4th of July, Porter's is fully restocked and ready for the 24th of July. So why get stung by firework outlets that double the price and claim it's buy one, get one free? There may be other fireworks stores, but there's only one Porter's Fireworks, just off the first exit in nearby Evanston, Wyoming. The granddaddy of all fireworks stores guarantees the absolute best prices and selection, as well as precise explanations by their highly trained staff on everything from Roman candles and artillery shells for a stay in Wyoming, or fountains and cones for a return home to Utah, and all without double price, get one free gimmicks. Why pay double just to get one free? Instead, go to the Fireworks Champions, Porter's Fireworks, voted best fireworks store for 12 straight years. Just look for the big red and white building right along the first I-80 exit in nearby Evanston, Wyoming. And don't confuse Porter's with the ghost, cat, or clown fireworks stores, because at Porter's Fireworks, we don't sell and sell. Porter's Fireworks, we celebrate America.
If you need to lose 15, 20, even 50 pounds or more, then you need the powerful one-day diet, an amazing breakthrough that guarantees rapid weight loss without giving up your favorite foods, counting calories, or taking dangerous diet pills.
I'm Linda. I lost 10 pounds in 7 days. I was skeptical at first, but it's simple, easy, and it really works.
Hi, my name is Kelly. I lost 21 pounds in 37 days and 10 inches off my waist on the one-day diet. I couldn't believe it.
There now exists a bioactive weight loss compound so powerful, so effective, that it boosts your metabolism, burns stored fat, and helps you lose weight fast. The one-day diet is much too powerful for people that need to lose less than 15 pounds.
Hi, my name is Anna. I lost 27 pounds in 45 days. I've never tried anything like this. It's truly amazing.
Call now for your risk-free starter pack at 1-800-626-5182. One-day diet is 100% safe, natural, and guaranteed. Call toll-free 1-800-626-5182. That's 1-800-626-5182.
Sacramento, where the River Cats prevail tonight by a final score of 3-1 to finish off a 4-game series sweep of the Stingers here tonight. Time now to find out what else happened under the lights tonight at the PCL as well as Major League Baseball. Brought to you by GE Lighting and the new Reveal Light Bulb. You can check out the Reveal Bulb at your locally owned Ace Hardware store. First of all, in the PCL, just 2 games in progress. Tacoma trying to end Portland's winning streak at 8 games, leading in the 7th by a score of 8-3. And in the 7th inning at Las Vegas, the 51s now lead Tucson 4-1. If that score holds up, the River Cats would lengthen their lead over the Sidewinders in the South Division to 8.5 games. Finals elsewhere, Albuquerque topped New Orleans by a score of 8-3. As the knuckleballer from Kearns, Jared Fernandez, drops to 2-8 as he was roughed up for 5 runs in the 2nd inning. Iowa rallies from a 7-1 deficit to beat Nashville 12-7. Jason DuBois with a pair of home runs for the I-Cubs. Colorado Springs topped Oklahoma tonight 4-1. It was Fresno this afternoon shutting out Edmonton 9-0, while Omaha beat Memphis 5-3. In the American League, and the only game still going on, Seattle's Brett Boone is at a 2-run homer in the 8th. The Mariners lead the A's 4-2 heading into the 9th. Former River Cat Bobby Crosby with his 14th home run of the year for Oakland in that one. Kansas City a winner at Detroit 13-7. Mike Sweeney with a pair of home runs for the Royals, leading the way as they out-hit the Tigers 17-12. It was the Yankees shutting out Toronto 1-0 on a bottom of the ninth home run by Ruben Sierra. Baltimore topped Boston in game one of a doubleheader, 8-3, a pair of homers for Melvin Mora, but the Red Sox won the nightcap 4-0. Minnesota gets a two-run homer from Michael Kadire in the bottom of the eighth to beat Tampa Bay 7-5. Former Buzzman J.C. Romero picks up the win for Minnesota. He is now 5-1. Elsewhere, the Angels are winners. They snapped a little bit of a skid that was going on as they routed the Texas Rangers by a score of 11-1, as all 9 hitters in the starting lineup had at least one RBI for Anaheim. White Sox shut out Cleveland for a second straight night. 3-0 in the final at Jacobs Field. Freddie Garcia now 4-1 since joining Chicago. Over in the National League, it was Montreal topping the Mets 4-1. In 10 innings at Atlanta, the Braves edged the Pirates 2-1. Florida outscored Philadelphia tonight 10-8. Home runs by Conine, Redmond, and Gonzalez do the trick for the Marlins. The Cubs get 2 homers from Moises Alou as they rout the Reds 13-2. Pair of home runs for the former Buzz catcher Javier Valentin. Greg Maddux gets the win. He's 9-7 on the year, and he records his 298th career victory. Dodgers score 3 runs in the bottom of the eighth to get past Colorado 4-2. San Diego takes over sole possession of second place in the National League West with a 9-4 win over the Giants. Houston topped Arizona by a score of 10-3. And it was St. Louis shutting out Milwaukee by a final score of 4-0. And that's your out-of-town scoreboard. We'll come back with a couple of the scoring highlights from tonight's game here right after this on ESPN 1230.
If you need to lose 15, 20, even 50 pounds or more, then you need the powerful one-day diet, an amazing breakthrough that guarantees rapid weight loss without giving up your favorite foods, counting calories, or taking dangerous diet pills.
I'm Linda. I lost 10 pounds in 7 days. I was skeptical at first, but it's simple, easy, and it really works.
Hi, my name is Kelly. I lost 21 pounds in 37 days and 10 inches off my waist on the one-day diet. I couldn't believe it.
There now exists a bioactive weight loss compound so powerful, so effective, that it boosts your metabolism, burns stored fat, and helps you lose weight fast. The one-day diet is much too powerful for people that need to lose less than 15 pounds.
Hi, my name is Anna. I lost 27 pounds in 45 days. I've never tried anything like this. It's truly amazing.
Call now for your risk-free starter pack at 1-800-626-5182. One-day diet is 100% safe, natural, and guaranteed. Call toll-free 1-800-626-5182. That's 1-800-626-5182.
Starting for your locally owned grocery store, Andy Goodwill.
Regarded as the top customer service clerk in the country, Andy Goodwill is a first-team all-star selection as a provider of only the best service to shoppers at any of the associated food stores, including Acres, Peterson's, Macy's, and others across the Wasatch Front. As region MVP, Goodwill set records for happy customers, satisfied shoppers, and stunning smiles. That's right, with an average of 4.3 smiles per customer, a whopping 5.7 bags per order, and a lightning 11 seconds per price check, Goodwill is setting new standards for grocery stores everywhere. Recruited by all of the nation's top grocers, Goodwill chose Associated Food Stores because of its commitment to customer service and the impressive reputation of Western Family Products. To meet Andy Goodwill or any of his teammates, visit any of the Associated Food Stores throughout Utah. For your family, only the best.
The Stingers fall tonight by a final score of 3-1. Here's how it took place. It was a 0-0 ball game through 6.5 innings. Not really too many scoring opportunities, as Chris Hammond and Mike Ziegler for Sacramento and Jake Woods had pitched well, as well as Greg Jones with a strong sixth. But Matt Watson led off the seventh against Greg. Long on and driven in into deep right center field. Sorensen going back. It's up there, it's out there, and it's gone. A home run for Matt Watson, and it's 1-0 Sacramento. So 1-0 River Cats at that point. Adam Morrissey then fouled with a double, moved to third on an infield single by Mike Rouse, and scored on a double play ball off the bat of Freddie Bynum to make it a 2-0 Sacramento lead. Mike Ziegler retired the first two batters on fly balls to the right fielder Matt Watson to start the eighth, but then Zach Sorensen threw his bat at a pitch and grounded it inside the third base bag and down the left field line for a double. He moved to third on a wild pitch and came home courtesy of Alfredo Amezaga. 1 ball to count on Amezaga, the pitch. Swung on, line drive, right field, big hit, drops in front of Matt Watson. In to score is Sorensen, and it's a 2-1 ball game as Amezaga drops a sinking liner in front of Matt Watson in right. So a 2-1 ball game, but then Ron Flores came on, struck out Dallas McPherson to end that threat. And so it was a 2-1 ball game. River Cats, as we mentioned earlier, then got the big insurance run in the bottom of the eighth on Swisher's triple, followed 1 out later by a sacrifice fly off the bat of Graham Kuntz. And it all adds up to a Sacramento win tonight by a final score of 3-1. We'll come back with our Ace Hardware MHP of tonight's game, as well as let you know a little bit about the upcoming series with the Portland Beavers coming up next here on ESPN 1230.
What can I do for you today?
I came to say goodbye.
Goodbye?
I'm thinking of seeing another Chevy dealership.
Oh.
I've always been happy here at Gus Paula's.
Did we do something wrong?
No, of course not. It's just that, well, this other place is advertising a big rebate on a new truck, and I don't want to go. I love you guys. Your service is the best, and Gus is so easy to deal with. This is the worst time of my life.
Sir?
Yeah.
The rebate the dealership is offering? We can match it.
You can?
Mm-hmm. Any rebates or incentives they offer, we offer.
So I can stay with Gus and still save money?
Yes, you can.
Oh, man, can I have a hug?
No, you can't. But I will get you a tissue.
For the best deals on an American Revolution of Chevy cars and trucks, all you have to do is look down. Way down.
Sorry. Almost got emotional there.
Almost?
I was holding back a lot.
Really?
Yeah, I used to coach football.
I see.
Gus Paula's Chevrolet. With Gus, anything's possible.
And, folks, the temperatures continue to soar. 103 Tuesday, 105 by Friday. Folks, we're definitely in the dog days of summer.
Yes, we're in the heat of the summer. Mother Nature has a way of catching up after a mild June. At Air Design Heating and Cooling, they don't want you to spend one day or night uncomfortable. So they are offering the best prices of the year on a new highly efficient central air system by Bryant. Bryant features the environmentally friendly Puron. Air Design will come out and offer a no-obligation estimate for a clean, quiet Bryant central air system. They will even provide a ceiling fan to replace the hole left by your old swamp cooler. Don't suffer through another hot summer. Stay cool with a new central air system by Bryant, doing whatever it takes. And Air Design. Call today for the lowest prices of the summer at 264-8292. That number again, 264-8292.
Sacramento, where the Stingers hold the River Cats by a final score of 3-1. Time now for our Ace Hardware Most Helpful Player of tonight's game, brought to you by your locally owned Ace Hardware store, Ace, the helpful place. And we're going to give that honor tonight to Jake Wood, who certainly gave the Stingers an opportunity to win tonight as he threw 5 shutout innings to open up the ball game in what was maybe his best outing since joining Salt Lake from Double-A Arkansas, but he has nothing to show for it. But a no decision, allowing only 2 hits, striking out 3 and walking 3 in that 5 innings. So the only thing he has to show for it is a no decision and the fact that he's been honored as our Ace Hardware Most Helpful Player of tonight's game, brought to you by your locally owned Ace Hardware store, Ace, the helpful place. Well, the Stingers will come limping home with the longest losing streak in franchise history, having dropped 8 in a row to try to turn things around against the red-hot Portland Beavers The Portland team that right now is trailing in its ball game to Tacoma by a score of 8-3. And again, they have an 8-game winning streak on the line with that game tonight against Tacoma. Tomorrow night it'll be right-hander Chris Butchek with a 6-6 record going for the Stingers against right-hander Dennis Tankersley for the Beavers. It'll be a 7 o'clock start as usual. Franklin Covey Field. We hope you'll come out to the ballpark. If you can't make it, please join us for the on-deck circle beginning at 6:40 from Franklin Covey Field. Well, that'll do it for tonight. Our thanks to Laredo Lloyd back in our studios in Salt Lake City, and our thanks to you for listening. Once again, in 2 hours, 19 minutes, and in front of 11,413 here in Sacramento, the final score. The River Cats 3 and the Stingers 1. I'm Steve Plowke saying good night and so long from the River City.
This has been the 10th Inning Show on ESPN 1230 AM. Be sure to join us after every Stingers game for the 10th Inning Show on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers. ESPN 1230 AM. KJQS Murray, Salt Lake City. Baseball to Carl down the hood to ESPN Radio AM 1230. The worldwide leader in sports. A Citadel Broadcasting Station.